Yes, people. Yes. Welcome back to BBK Sports. We finally, now and only now, I'm comfortable saying that we finally
Woke up this morning. Yeah, you got yourself a gun. Yeah. Got
finally got ourselves
yourself
a
a
madman. Finally. None of that. No premature madness. He's finally here. Finally announced by the club on his way to Singapore. Need to go do the business. He should have been there like 3 days ago. Yesteryear. Lots to talk about at the Arsenal. But welcome, people. Welcome to all nine of you locked in. All the silent listeners to include man like Bluebird and Alvin. I had to put some had to put some music over the intro because they will hit you with copyrights here on YouTube. So I had to play a little bit of music over it. But it is what it is, people. Gyokeres is here. Lots of transfer madness going on. Try to decipher all of it, but you know what it is, people. Man like the Weevil. Is Weevil here with me? Wave, there he is. Man like Weevil the Don. What you saying, bro? What you saying? You're fully kitted out.
No. You see my name still what it say, right?
Big up to man like Views. Hey, congrats on your 2K subscribers, my bro. Manners and respect to you every single time, man. Like Views on Sport. We'll be doing some more work as you progress, my guy. But congrats again to you. I left that in your chat this morning, man. But big up to you, brother. So we finally got our striker. That so your name that right there. The fact that we finally got our striker, our gunman, could further make this happen because now he got his striker right. So no more excuses, right? No
No.
more
No.
excuses. All right,
I
but
am I am upset in the transfer window right now.
tell us why you're upset, Weevil. Tell us why you're upset.
We spend 40 something, 50 something $1 million on Madweke.
Yeah.
Why we didn't go get Eze with that money?
Now we're still getting Eze
No,
supposedly.
exactly. Supposedly. So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, why did we not go get Eze first? And then after we can go get Madweke.
Yeah, I mean, I made like 3, 4 streams complaining about that, but I've been. So here's what they do, right? What they say is, does it matter what order you get the signings in? I'm like, yes, it does matter. It absolutely matters.
Let me explain to you why I am upset still.
Tell us why.
Because we want Gyokeres to come in and score 20 goals, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He got to be provided the opportunities to score 20 goals.
Mm.
The way our midfield is set up right now is to play the ball outside on the wings. And then we play it across the box in the air or on the ground,
Mm.
right? Gyokeres is a channel runner. He's a physical striker. He likes the ball in the channel. He makes the run in the channel, and you need a number 10 that's going to play that ball in that channel where he could run and finish, bully the defender and finish, just like what he did to us when we
Mm.
played against him and he hit the post. You understand what I'm saying? We need midfielders like that. And Eze is the perfect midfielder for that. Why would I say that? How would I know that? Because Atete, what his name is, what his name is?
Mateta.
No, not Ateta. The striker for
Mateta.
Chelsea.
Oh, for Chelsea.
Not Chelsea, for Crystal Palace.
Mateta. Yes, that's his name. Mateta.
Mateta.
Yeah.
Mateta gets those balls because Eze takes on midfielders and plays those true balls. So Mateta gets those goals. That's the goals that Victor gets. So we
Mm.
need Victor to get those types of goals so that he can maintain his scoring record. If anything changes, we are not going to get the type of goal scorer we need.
But
If we want a striker that's going to do build up play like Kyle Havertz, he cannot do that and score goals.
I put it in the title of the video. Eze is a must. Eze is a must for because yesterday I had Jason Gunnar on. This is the thing I explained over and over in every panel that I've been on doing podcast this week. I've been asked, what do I expect for Gyokeres? And I said 18 to 22 goals. That's the minimum. Prem goals. I'm not talking about all comps because last year we don't need someone to score 50 goals for us. 18 to 20 goals turns half of our draws into wins. You dig? But yeah, bro. I've been calling every name in the book over the past month and a half,
I
saying,
see.
why am I upset that we're gonna get Gyokeres? We're gonna get Gyokeres. Why are you upset? This is why, because Gyokeres by himself doesn't do it. Eze is the must. The Madueke thing was meh. And then now I'm hearing that we have pulled out all interest in Rodrygo. Were we even interested in Rodrygo in the first place?
This is what I try to tell you what Arsenal does. That's the stuff they do. Listen to me. They had no choice to buy Gyokeres. Let me say to you why. Because Gyokeres made it a point to say, I want to go to Arsenal. I went on strike. I take a pay cut. I do all of those things. Whenever you are a player doing all those things to get a move from a club for $2 million. You understand? Remember this. If
Yeah.
Suarez had done the same thing what Gyokeres have do, Suarez would have been in Arsenal.
Mhm.
But Suarez didn't do that because Arsenal refused. This is the MO of Arsenal. Gyökeres, because he wanted to move, we got that deal. If there was any other, because he wanted to move to Arsenal, we got that deal.
But here's the thing, Weevil. He openly to work for us. Hopefully, quit his job pretty much. Man, quit his
Yes,
job,
yes, took a
and
pay cut.
yeah, and we still made a meal of that because it barely got over the line. You know, you know what I'm saying?
So did they really want him?
Oh, Bertha wanted him. I think Bertha wanted him. I don't think Arteta wanted him.
Ateta wanted Sesko a project
Yeah,
to get
yeah,
time to say we need time to for him to bed in so we can win the league.
yeah.
And the board was agreeing with it. Berta probably was fighting the board.
Mm. Yeah, but either way, right? Either way, I think this is a Bertha signing. I don't. I think the Rodrygo thing was a pipe dream anyway. But like it's in the title of the video though. Eze is an absolute must for the reason you and I have been saying, brother. He needs because the thing with Zubamendi, I've watched Zubamendi play. He can play a really good ball over the top. Eze can get those channel runs that he makes, that Gyökeres makes. Eze is the perfect man for that.
Yes,
So we have a void, the same way we had a striker void, and we had the striker say, "Yeah, I want to come to Arsenal and I want to do this." Now we have a void to get the striker the ball, and Eze, and I'm hearing
yes,
that Eze actually wants to come to Arsenal.
exactly.
So now the onus is on us. So Eze has pretty much said, "Okay,
He talking.
your move, yeah, your move, Arsenal." So what's the club going to do now, bro?
So listen to what I'm saying. You said it in you just said it a while ago. You just
Mm,
said Gyökeres was a Berta buy.
yeah,
How are they going to support Berta with his buy? Remember that. You remember that. The board was ready to get Sesko,
mm,
but Ateta. But Berta wanted Gyökeres. So will they give Gyökeres what he needs to be successful to say that was a good buy?
yeah. They have to, bro. They have
No,
to.
no, hey, hey, hey. You saying it as a fan.
Yeah.
We are saying it as a fan. We are passionate as a fan. These MFs in the boardroom, they are not fans of Arsenal.
Mm,
Remember that. They make the decisions. They are not fans of Arsenal. They don't care if Arsenal win or lose. All they care is Arsenal's just there so that that money can be maintained so they can show the owners that, hey, our model is making money.
mm. So when the fans turn, then they'll have to listen because there's no more time, Waver. There's no
The
more place to
fans
hide.
turn where? The fans are flip-floppers. The fans have
Man,
no backbone.
no, the fans have to. So here over on this side of the fence, and most of the people who watch VBK Sports are fully Arteta out, right? Big up AJ every time. Big up every AJ every single time. Most of the
Okay.
people, brother. I here to tell you, like when I go on other podcasts, bro, I'm here to tell you, we are the overwhelming minority. The overwhelming, it's not even close. It's not a 55,
I
45,
know.
bro.
I
Most of
know.
the fans are like, it's competing. What more do you want? Competing,
They're
challenging. I'm like, bro,
delusional. They're
yeah,
delusional. They don't want to win. That is the DNA of Arsenal. Let's just finish second. We almost there.
yeah.
Second place is good enough. That is the DNA. It has to go. Now listen. So Ateta had a system of recruitment, right?
Mm,
When they talk about their phases, where he was talking about tier one, tier two, tier three, tier four players,
yeah.
right? That's the system he had for the last 4 or 5 years at Arsenal, and it didn't work. Now I see he's changing it up, right? Meaning that he wants a larger group of tier one players, meaning that tier one players, any one of those players can start. That is modern football. We've been begging for this for years at Arsenal. For years, for years, for years. You must have two teams that can start on the field if you want to compete in the Premier League. Not just in the Champions League, just in the Premier League. Because the weight of the game, the injuries that the players sustain, you gotta have backup for who you have. for the last 4 years, we were working this little 18-year-old boy called Bukayo Saka to death.
Mhm.
To death.
But
And
you know,
now they're addressing it. After all these years, they're addressing it.
I hear that, right? But when you say that tier one player, then we go start Madueke, bro. Madueke is not
And
a tier one player.
this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. That again, this is the wool they pull over your eyes. They are telling you Madueke is a tier one
No,
player.
they can't tell me that because I have eyes. I have
But
eyes. They can't tell me that, brother. Wivel,
this is
hold on,
this is
Red.
the first time across the board where the Arsenal fans was unanimous
Yeah,
in a
United, right?
yes.
I start most streams with this when people try to tell me that Madueke is. This is what I put up on the screen every single time, bro. On the left wing, he is garbage. On the right wing, where he's supposedly good, those are Martinelli's numbers. No one can tell me that Madueke is a tier one player, so they can try to pull the wool all they want. We have eyes, bro. He ain't it. And if he was that good, Chelsea would have kept him. Just like
Bro,
they keep all their other shit.
so okay, if we wanted somebody to replace Bokaya, why didn't we not get what's the number 7 that play for them?
Oh, Neto.
Neto. Why we didn't go get Neto from Chelsea then?
Yeah, so the tier one thing don't run. It doesn't run.
Exactly. But
Simply
that is
because
the but that is the bullshit now that the Arsenal machine is pushing out.
mm,
Do you understand what I'm saying? That is what they're pushing out. The Arsenal machine pushing out. Well, Arteta was doing tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4 players, blah, blah, blah. And right now we have a new recruitment system where we're trying to buy the top players so that we can have different systems of play and players can replace players so that we can have stability in our team. But listen to what I'm saying. All that is great. But the
mm,
team still don't have stability. When you look at Arsenal offensive chat when they're playing, 45% of their attack is on the right wing.
mhm.
25% is in the middle. 15% is on the wing, on the left wing. We unbalance. So we have to go get a left-sided center midfield like Eze so that we can balance the left side and the middle. Now we have an attacking number 9. We need that. If we don't have that, it's still going to be 45% on the right side and it's going to take away from Gyokeres' impact on the team. So we have to get him. It's a no-brainer. But is Arsenal going to go get him? Is Arsenal going to go play games with us and play games with us? And Crystal Palace is going to say, no, we want our 8 million in add-ons. And Arsenal say, no, we don't want to give you 8 million. And that's going to be the issue.
Yeah, so yeah, like AJ said, go get Eze and put him in that number 10. That bro, like it's everything is lined up for this move. It makes sense. The finances are reasonable. Like this is just a match made in heaven for us to do. But the PTSD from this damn club when we're supposed to do what we're supposed to do, we never do it. But like now, when it's so obvious what we need and they don't do what they do, surely more fans will come over to this side and be like, all right, now y'all playing games with us. Like we can't have that. Um,
No,
you know,
no, Chambers, not to cut you off. No,
go
they're
on.
gonna say no. Just give him a chance. Wait till December. Give him a chance. Wait till December.
Nah.
December come. If Arsenal not in first place, would you keep Ateta?
If we start slow by the first international break, he should go. For
Okay.
December.
But
I
listen to what I'm saying. This is
yeah.
gonna be the trick that Arsenal they're gonna pull on you. They're gonna say, well, we're in the Champions League. Oh, we're in the FA Cup. So let's give him a chance for the end of the season.
Nah, he's been that, but that's the thing. We've been in the Champions League for 3 years now. So that excuse could have ran in 2024.
It's
That
working.
that can't run now.
They're gonna pull the okey doke again.
That can't run now, bro. AJ said either by Rodrygo or trade Gabriel Martinelli for Lookman. As they
No.
next, bro. Geeks, hey Nick. See, that's the thing. See, Nick, you told me Gyokeres would have been done weeks ago, and it's been 2 weeks. But big up to you. Big up to you for showing back up still. Is not a Madueke even better than Reece Nelson?
That is a good fucking question.
Yeah. Big up AJ, man.
That
Yeah,
is a
big up
good
himself.
question.
Yeah.
That
So
is a good question. Because he went to PSG or because he went and played in Holland? That's
yeah,
the
I hope.
reason.
Yeah. With Madueke, Wivel, I get you remember that number 10 that used to play for Newcastle, the Alan St. Maximin guy that used to you know what I'm saying? He was full attack, used to dribble past man, turn man outside, this and that, but then kick the ball out of the
No
stadium.
productivity.
Nothing, bro. Absolutely nothing. I worry about him. Now,
So
I hope Madueke does well, but the evidence that I've seen from what he's done at Chelsea, I'm not filled with confidence, especially under Arteta. Because is he meant to be a backup for Saka or starting left wing? Because I showed you the graphic of what he does on the left wing. It's not nice. It's not a pretty thing to look at. So
Do you understand what I'm saying? That is the reason why I don't trust Ateta and these guys in there. I don't trust them. I don't
mm,
trust them. That's why I've been asking for them to get out. You understand? I don't trust them. You cannot tell me since January you know you needed a number 9,
mhm,
right? The second week in preseason, that's when we signed in the number 9.
mhm.
Do you understand what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
know we needed a number 9. We knew that since January. From what I'm hearing, Ollie Watkins was gutted. He didn't get the move because he wanted to come to Arsenal.
mm,
He wanted to come to Arsenal. He was gutted. You understand? Are they going to do the same thing to Eze? Because you know Eze came from our academy. They cut him. He went and proved himself. Now he's one of the top players in England. Are they going to come and bring this kid back home?
yeah.
Are they going to
Um,
do it?
you did you watch the preseason game?
Yeah, I watch a game.
What you make of it? What are your take?
I watched it this morning.
What's your take? What's your take? Did you any takeaways from the game? Because I have a couple of
Well, for
takeaways.
the first half, I didn't understand how we were playing. I
Okay.
didn't understand what we wanted to do. Then we brought in in the second half, we brought in Zuma Mendy, where Zuma Mendy was trying to get control of the game and trying to implement how Ateta wanted to play. But his first game of the season, so you wouldn't see it. You wouldn't see it working full force. The young kid Max, I like his game. I like his game. We need a midfielder that can run with the ball in the 10 area, which is as a Waneri. Waneri has right now. Waneri has to get better. He
Okay.
has to get better. You understand? He demanded a contract. He got a contract. Whatever his hold up was, he did it. Now he has it. He's not a kid no more.
Yeah.
When he comes on the field, his touches has to be better. His decisions has to be better. His passes has to be better. Because a
Uh,
couple passes I see was loose. A couple first touches I see was loose. And if he's trying to dethrone Odegaard, he has to be better in those games.
all right. So you see, you took out most of the guys at the half, 45 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then some of the guys played 66 minutes. Saka, Declan, and I think Ben White came off in 66 minutes. Why do
Mm.
you think he played Havertz and Havertz only 79 minutes?
The same reason he wanted to buy Shesko.
What's that?
Because he wants Havertz to be starting forward.
Right. So that's what I'm getting at, Wavel. So he's trying to play Havertz into good form so he can justify starting him against Manchester United. Because
So will
rumor has it that we played a behind closed doors game against Watford and won 2-0, and supposedly Havertz scored.
Havertz scored?
So
Yes.
he's hoping Havertz bangs. Because if Havertz scored 2 goals in the first half, he doesn't play 79 minutes. He's going to take him off and protect that performance. And I guarantee you, Havertz will play more minutes than everybody else tomorrow against Newcastle. He's going to die on this sword. He is going to die on this Havertz sword because we
He have
know
to
that he
prove.
did. Yes, he has to prove that he can do it. No other manager did it. He has to prove that he can do it. And
So
it's irritating.
my question to you is: the board is with him. The board is with Ateta because they will give Ateta what he wants because they give him Madueke. I
Okay,
don't
well,
think that is a better buy,
give him what he wants so he can
right?
hang himself. I'm cool with it.
No. How hang himself? They've been giving him what he want. We bought
Yeah.
Vieira for 30 million. We bought Sambila Conga. They've been giving him and they gave him an extension and a bigger contract.
Mhm.
So the board is satisfied with him. What I'm saying to you is, will they give him the player he need to make Gyokeres click? To prove him wrong that that Kai Havertz is not supposed to start.
Well, I tell you what, but I want to see Gyokeres get there. Even not even Singapore. I'm not worried if he doesn't play in Singapore, but when they get back to London, right, and they're playing in the Emirates Cup, surely, like by the third or the fourth preseason game, most managers with sense during one of those preseason games leading up to the season will play their starting lineup to see how they play together, right? So when we play Villarreal or Bilbao or Athletic, whoever we play, one of those games we will know who will be starting for us on August 17th. And if he dares does this Havertz craziness when we have the number 14 and if the man that we know that can score the damn goals that we need, then we're like, okay, even the most staunchest Arteta ins was okay. This is a madman. He's a damn lunatic man trying to do some my way at the expense of the team madness, and even then we'll turn on him. And once the Emirates get toxic, especially if we start slow, Evo, if we start slow, I think he's in deep shit
Listen
because
to me.
there is no more excuses. There's no way for him to hide anymore.
Listen to me, right? So I don't watch the Portuguese league. I don't watch the league that much.
Mhm.
But I watched the game against Arsenal he played and the game against City he played. You understand?
Bully.
And what I like about him is this. He is a goal demon. He
Yeah.
wants to score goals. He will bully you. He will ride over. He will pause. He will. He
I know
he
what
he,
you mean. I
he
know what
will.
you mean, bro. He's physical, he's strong, he's direct, he's all that,
And
bro.
he
I really,
wants to. And he
yeah,
wants to score goals. You
yeah.
understand? And listen, what I'm saying to you. And he wants to play for Arsenal. And he took the number 14 shirt. That
Mhm.
alone tell you his mindset. He
Yeah,
come out to
wants it.
kill.
He wants the pressure. Yep. He wants
He wants to kill, and that's his personality. Because when you look at his trajectory of how he got where he got, you understand? It's like they really wrote him off.
yeah.
Because he was in the Premier League. They didn't give him a chance.
Yeah.
He went to the lower leagues, and when he got his chance, he produced. He scored. That's why they got him in Portugal. And in Portugal, he banged in goals. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? Now they will tell you, oh, well, look at Darwin Nunes, look at this, look at this. The Portuguese league is not so good. Blah 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 blah. No, 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 no. You to be able to score goals at a consistent pace, you have to have the knack for it.
Yeah.
It's not about what league you play in. You understand? Vardy came from the second league. You
Hmm.
understand? You have to have a knack to score goals. It's something that you have to have. You have to born with it. And then not just born with it, he's aggressive to want it. You
Hmm.
understand? There is the game I wanted Arteta out was a Newcastle game. We done at
Which one?
Newcastle.
Which one?
No, we're down at Newcastle, right? And we trying to score a goal, right? And our team tried to make an attack, and the ball went out of bounds. And it took us 10 seconds for us to go get that ball for them to start the game. And we trying to get a draw. You understand what I'm saying? And our coach is not yelling at our players, and our players don't have the mentality to fight for the ball. I watched Gyokeres on a YouTube clip running for the ball. He losing. And he's running for the ball because he still believes he can fight till the end. That is the striker Arsenal needs on their team. They need that type of mentality. They need that type of player. And they have to get that man Eze so that man can flourish in the Premier League because he made for the Premier League. I'm
Yeah,
telling you this. He
Eze is
made.
such a baller, man. He is such a baller. Like I really do. If we get Eze and an upgrade on our left wing, we are there. And when he goes and a new manager with some sense comes into this squad, can do what Arne Slot just did. You inherit a good squad and you have some kind of tactical nous about you. You can get more out of this squad. But Gyökeres, go on.
You said about Rodrygo not coming to Arsenal. Why is that? If we can get Eze without selling players, right?
Mhm.
If we sell Jesus, we sell Sambi, we sell um what's the other guy name?
Martinelli.
Not Martinelli, Trossard.
Mhm.
We sell Zinchenko. You understand? We still sell Riz. That's enough money for us to go get Rodrygo.
We can buy Rodrigo without selling. The, the,
So
the whole
so
the whole we
so
gotta sell shit to buy because you notice when we're linked to a Chelsea player, we never have to sell to buy
so why we are not going to go get Rodrygo?
because Arteta don't want him.
Why?
I don't know. You don't want him, bro. I'd be. Here's the thing, with whenever Arsenal, right? If we sign Rodrigo, right, we can legitimately say Arsenal Football Club have two of the best wingers in the world. We can legitimately say that. We already got the best defense, right? You get Eze, our midfield is all right, cool. With two of the best wingers in the world, all of a sudden expectations are Premier League, Champions League. Well,
I'm
go on.
not I'm not just listening to that, you even mistaken one. Not one of the. No, I'm not going to say he's one of the best strikers in the world, but for the last 2 seasons, he was the top goal scorer in Europe, and
Yeah, yeah,
as our
yeah,
number 9. So
yeah. I got you.
our strike force would be powerful.
Mhm.
Plus now you have young Martinelli, okay? You have young Martinelli, you have your Kai Havertz, right? And okay, you have your Madweke. You understand? I give you that. Have it. But if you give me these 3 players, then I give Arsenal an 85% chance of winning the Premier League.
Mm. So here's the thing for me, Weevil. Because we all the signs pointed to like he wanted Sesko, right? Another project player, right? The thing with Arteta, it seems to me, right, that he likes to, he wants to want to win with these project. Well, he wants to have these project players, so in case he wins with them, he can say, "See, genius, right? Chest out." But if you get Rodrygo, you have two of the best right wingers in the world. You have your gunman, you have the best defense. All of a sudden, you're expected to win. And then if he doesn't win, then people will be like, okay, you can't do that. Yeah, you're not as good as you think, right? So yeah, I think part of it is fear of failure for him. And part of it is I think I know football better than you, so I can think I can get, Havertz to play at a level that no other coach can get him to do, which it's really at the detriment of the football club. Because I really too, out of the past 3 years, I really believe we could have legitimately won at least one of the Premier League titles. At
Yep.
least one. Not maybe not all three. Maybe
I
not two
agree.
out of three, but at least one. You know what I'm
I
saying?
I
But
agree.
big up to Geeks of Monkey Beer and big up Nick says Gyokeres changes our attack. Saka will be given more space and even improves Martinelli as he will finish chances he created from outside into the box. The man is hungry. He's hungry, bro. He's hungry and he's aggressive. I like that about Gyokeres. Like we need that. We
Mm-hmm.
need that. Big up to
Mm-hmm.
Godfrey. Hope you are well, my bro. Big up to Rays 214. Said Arsenal should make it a target to go unbeaten next season, God willing. Brother?
And this is something, right? This is something I noticed too. Our center midfield. Since Partey didn't play, our center midfield is a little bit different
Yeah.
because one, we have 2 players trying to fill out for one. Because remember, Partey was physical, could win the ball, and could make a good pass.
Mm,
You understand? Now we have Zubamendi, which can make a good pass, but is he physical to play in the Premier League? You understand? We
yeah.
have we have no guard. Yes, we know he's physical, but can he make a good pass? Can he make those types of passes? Can he do those types of turns and those types of clever moves that Partey used to make in the midfield? You understand what I'm saying?
Mm,
Because a lot of times in the game, the way Partey controlled our midfield was the way we were able to attack.
right.
And right now we don't have that. We have 2 different types of number 6s. You understand? How is that going to influence our game now? If those 2 number 6s are going to complement Gyokeres, then we need to get Eze. It's like going to war, knowing that you need a magazine for your gun, and
Mhm.
deciding I'm not going to buy the magazine because I trust my gun might have bullets in it.
Yeah. So essentially doing the Arsenal and going into the season unprepared again. Unprepared. Because Liverpool are preparing for what Liverpool, they know they have no God-given right to win the Premier League, even though they're champions. So they are preparing for it, right? We're going in with hope. If we don't get Heze, we're going in with another hope, hitting hope. I'd rather be prepared than hopeful. What are you saying?
So let me ask you this: is that not something Arsenal fans always go in the season with?
Yeah, but we've
No, no,
never
no, 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 wait, no, no, no. But is that not something the Arsenal fans always go in the season with hope?
yeah, but that's the thing though, Wavo. Like
So
this
we
team,
are accustomed to that. I don't want to cut you off in a way. We are
and I got you.
accustomed to that. So the club is not going to give us anything more.
Yeah, but this Arsenal team is good enough to win something. Some of those Arsenal teams that we were going into the season, we knew it was a top four at best. This team is good enough to win something, and that's what the pressure around the manager now is real because, bro, you have
He
to deliver
has to.
something.
He has to win silverware.
Yeah. Now, um, Gyokeres comes in, right? Havertz is his stepchild. Havertz isn't going nowhere. This is pretty much the end of Jesus, yeah.
Well, yes. Honest to God, yes. I think that's the end of Jesus because I think Arsenal right now, Jesus and Zinchenko, when they came in, where
Mm,
Arsenal was, we needed them. They helped bring us to a different level. No, at that level, we can't win with them, and we won't be able to win a title with them. You
Mhm.
understand? Because these guys already won titles. They're not hungry like that title hungry anymore. So I believe it's time to sell these two players, and I think we can get a good fee for them.
For
I think,
Jesus,
yeah, we can get at least 25 million
well,
for him.
I think Jesus is unsellable with the contract that he's on and the injuries that he's had.
Well, you have to take a pay cut.
Yeah, that's it, and that's what I'm saying. Like when I seen him link with a move,
Corinthians,
a move back to Brazil, I'm like, there is no way that, because if that happens,
they
Arsenal,
want him. They want
but,
him.
but they want him, but they can't afford his wages. He's on 250, 260 a week, Webble. No one can in
260.
Brazil
Well,
can afford that.
sometimes they just take pay cuts. So hopefully you'll take a pay because in the Arsenal team right now,
Hmm.
he will play where in the Carling Cup,
Yeah,
because
calling stuff.
really and truly, he's not going to start over Gyokeres,
Mm-mm.
and Ateta not going to start him over Kai Havertz,
Yeah.
right? He's not going to start over Saka on the right wing,
Mm-mm.
right? Not over Madueke, because they went to get Madueke, right? And he living and dying with Trossard and Martinelli on the wing. Two shit hounds.
But the thing is, right? If
Two
we're
shit
gonna if we're
two
gonna
shit
loan him,
hounds.
if we're gonna loan him back to Brazil and have to pay him in excess of 200, keep him, keep him for depth,
Well,
keep him.
yes,
You know what
yes.
I'm saying?
If we have to pay
Yeah,
his wages, I keep it in.
yeah, because
That's smart. But you
yeah,
hear what I said? On the left side, Trossard and Martinelli, two shit hounds. Okay? Because I believe it's time we upgrade on them two players on the wing. I believe that.
mm.
And I don't want Rafael Leao.
No,
No. No,
no,
no, no, no, no,
why
no,
not?
no.
What's wrong with him? What's wrong with
He's
Leao?
not he's not a player that work off the ball.
And big up to Tony from
And in the
Hamilton,
Premier League,
by the way.
if you do not work off the ball, you are going to get slaughtered. We had a player that like that already. That call was Mesut Ozil. And if Arsenal ever have to go back to that again, I'll be highly upset. Rafael Leal do not work hard off the ball.
Yeah,
Period.
yeah. Here, does Lamine Yamal work hard off the ball?
Yes, he does.
No, the fuck he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, no,
Whoa,
he don't.
whoa, 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 whoa. In Barcelona, once you go to Barcelona football school, it's in the DNA.
Right.
Once you
The
lose the
hell with the
ball,
school. Look at the games that he's playing in now that he's on top of the world.
but listen, but listen, but
Don't
listen,
give
but
me nothing
listen.
off the ball because
No, 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 no,
he
no,
does
no,
his damage going forward.
no, but listen. You have to watch Barcelona play on a whole.
I do.
When Lamine Yamal loses the ball, he fights for 10 seconds, and if you don't win it, he has other players in the area that fights for the ball too. But every Barcelona player has to fight for the ball when they lose it. They have 3 seconds to win it back.
Does,
That's the
does,
principles.
does Vinicius work hard off the ball?
No, Vinicius never came from Barcelona.
Does Mbappe work hard off the
No,
ball?
they don't. No, they don't.
Right? So that is the idea that Leao has to work hard off the ball.
But that is the reason why Arsenal beat Real Madrid. You see, this is another thing I have to address. And
Mm,
Arsenal fans might get upset about me for saying that.
not over here.
Against Real Madrid, when Arsenal beat Real Madrid, that wasn't something big. Real Madrid was beatable easily because they were getting slaughtered in the season by regular teams. Vinicius don't play football, Mbappe don't play football, and Jude Bellingham does what he wants. Because Ancelotti at that time believed I just let them play because they're good. They had no system, they had no formation, they had no system of play. So Arsenal could have come in and beat that team. Because if Arsenal was that good against PSG, we would be able to beat them. We couldn't. We couldn't beat them. We couldn't stand up to them because they were properly trained, they were properly prepared, not like Real Madrid. So when people look at it and say, yo, we beat Real Madrid, yes, on paper we did beat them. But Real Madrid was beatable by any team. Tottenham probably could have beat them. Shit, Tottenham could have probably beat Real Madrid. You understand? And Ateta have that feather on his cap, and he's going to use that feather as a big feather and wave it. You understand what I'm saying to you? To justify nonsense that he's doing right now by not giving us what we need. We need Eze, and it's not something that we should sit down and think about. Well, should we? Gyokeres signed. We should already say, hey, Eze is in at Arsenal doing his medical. That's what we should be hearing today. We shouldn't be
Verbal.
hearing. We
All right,
haven't talked
so
to the Chelsea. I'm Crystal Palace yet.
big up
Do
to
you see
Rashid
our? Do you see the games that we start in the season with?
Bro, I don't give a fuck about the games. No, I don't. I don't care. You know why I don't care? You know why I don't care about the schedule? You know why I don't care? Because the fans who love Arteta, this is one of the things they say he's good at against his top six. So why all of a sudden the schedule is a problem? His record against the big boys are so good. So what's the problem?
No. I'm not saying it's a problem. I'm just saying the cruciality of those games.
Don't give a damn. That's what I'm saying. We have a slow start. By the second international break in October, this is tits up and it's done. Because
I will fly to England with a flag say Arteta out.
but hold on a second. So, but big up me. I got a big up Rashid from Arsenal Revolution TV. Big up to Nick. Big up to Brett. Big up to Godfrey and all the man in the chat. But wait, right now, as of this moment, on July 26th, yeah, hand on heart, do you think we get Eze?
No.
All right.
No. You know
I don't
why?
think so either. I don't think so either. But instead of a hard no, from 100% to 0%, what are the chances?
100%. We're not getting him.
Yeah, okay.
Let me tell you why. Arsenal, if Arsenal wins the Premier League title or the Champions League title, the fans going to demand more. So that means the club have to spend more money. They're not good at selling players and they're not good at buying players. Do you understand me? So if the fan demand more, they have to go buy high court top tier one players to continue winning. And Arsenal is not a club that buy tier one players. We buy players from Chelsea that don't make it. They don't want to win. They do not want to win. Everybody and their mother know that we need Eze. Everybody and their mother. Everybody, our enemies know it. And why we won't buy him? Why?
Yeah. The thing is, right? Let's the transfer window as a whole, right? The transfer window as a whole. What do you rate the transfer window as a whole?
A 5.
You go that high?
Because we got Gyokeres.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So
5.
this is how we look at the transfer window. I look at it in 3 categories, right? I do depth, replacement, additions, or luxury signing, whatever. Kepa, Norgard, Mascara, those depth, right? The men are not starters. Replacement, Zubamendi's replacing Thomas Partey. Yeah, because you said Gyokeres, yeah, I go with 5 because he's the only addition to the squad.
Game changer.
Yeah. If it ends there, yeah, we're nowhere we're nowhere near the league title, right? Nowhere near it. So
and getting Eze gives it 70%.
yeah.
Getting Rodrygo gives it a 10.
Fair.
You understand? And all I want is a 10. Give us a 10.
Yeah.
Give us a 10 in the transfer window. That's all I'm asking for. Just give us a 10 so that we can say with our chest out, Arsenal can win the league. Because you cannot say that now. Even if with Gyokeres here, we cannot say that now. The way Arsenal play, the way Arsenal setup is, the areas that Gyokeres runs in, Kai Havertz comes in and gets the ball and turns and give it to the wing. Do you understand? Because that is where our attack is on the wing, right? Our midfielders knows that Odegaard plays the ball to the wing. We never see the ball go into the striker, to the number 9. You understand? Saka on himself, when he do get the ball and he gets to the byline, he looks for number 9, and normally we have nobody there. So I know in that place, Gyokeres will get some tap-ins and some goals. You understand? But from our midfield perspective, our midfield is not set up to give those true balls. And if we're depending on Zubamendi to do that, we lost our mind because he's a deep line midfield player. He's a deep line midfield player. He's not an offensive. And there is no way Arteta is going to come and say, I'm going to turn Zubamendi into an attacking midfield player now.
Big up to Godfrey says, I want my apologies when we land as Godfrey, I'll be the first one to be like, my bad, after the club has changed my mind. Big up to Yudi from Loudmouth Football. So in my opinion, you don't get anyone else. I'm kind of closer to that rather than we getting. Speaking of 10s, Loudmouth Football is a Liverpool fan. He rate there's a 10. They won the league and have a 10 out of 10 transfer window. You think
not yet. If they do get Isak, I give him a 10.
Give him a 10?
Yeah.
So it's an 8 right now? 8.
Yeah,
8
I give them about a 7.5.
Yeah. So speaking of Isaac, if he goes to Liverpool, does that shift the power of the landscape as big as we're thinking it is? Because it is a big signing. It's a big,
Now,
big
now
signing.
I have a rant to go on
Go
for
on.
Isaac. For
Go on.
Isaac. Isaac, Isaac is a son of a gun. You hear what I'm telling you? Because if he knew he wanted to go to Liverpool, he
Mhm.
could have said that at an earlier stage. You understand? And say, hey, I want to leave Newcastle and I only want Liverpool. So no matter if Arsenal come for me, Chelsea come for me, Man U come for me, I want Liverpool. So it won't bother you. You understand?
Maybe he
Gyökeres
did
did
know
it.
that. Maybe he.
Gyökeres did it. The reason why Isak put a transfer request in is because Arsenal signed Gyökeres.
You think so?
Yes,
So
because
you think he wanted Arsenal?
Isak wants to be the number one guy for for Sweden, right?
Yeah, he's gonna be the number one guy for season if he stayed at
No, no,
Newcastle.
no, no, no. If Gyökeres comes and put in the work for Arsenal, remember, Newcastle is not on the level of Arsenal competing for the league or Champions League. If if if
They're in the
if if
Champions League.
if no, they're in it. They're in it, but look at where Arsenal reached compared to where they reached. So
Okay.
Arsenal is closer to the trophy than they are. So if Gyökeres comes in and give Arsenal one of these two trophies, he's the starting striker for Sweden.
You think
Isak is
so?
on the bench.
You
Yes,
really you think Gyokeres could
yes.
dispossess Isak as the starting striker
That
for?
is the reason why he put in a transfer request to go to Liverpool. So because Liverpool also will be challenging for the league and Champions League. Brother,
Really?
think
Damn, that's
think
a.
about it.
I'm
Think
thinking about
about
it,
it.
but hey, chat. Do you think Gyokeres could dispossess Isak as the number one starting striker for Sweden? Or does Sweden play
No,
a 4
no, no,
2?
no. It depends on what he does at Arsenal. If he give Arsenal a Premier League or Champions League, 100%.
So say take the trophies away for a second, right? Say over the course of this upcoming campaign, Isak gives say he stayed at Newcastle and gave Newcastle 20 goals. And Gyökeres gave Arsenal 24 goals. You think that's enough to displace Isak at it?
It will be a little bit, it'll be a little toss up there because I'm telling you, if he wins a trophy, there's no choice. But if it's just because of goals, then they will look at metrics. They will look at how he carries the ball, how much how he creates goals for himself. All those little stats will play a part in picking the number nine. But
I don't know.
if he wins a trophy, it's a wrap. So Isak had to put in a transfer request to go to Liverpool
I
because
don't know.
that's disrespectful to Newcastle. Because when Liverpool put in the 120 million, he could
Mhm.
have said, "I want to go." So then, Newcastle could go get Ekatike. Liverpool buy Ekatike. Now they're going to go buy Isak, and they leave them with going to go get Sesko, a
Mhm.
project striker. That's
Yeah.
disrespectful to Newcastle. That's very
And,
disrespectful to Newcastle.
and but Newcastle, man. If I'm Isak, I'm putting in a transfer request to leave Newcastle anyway. If I'm going with no disrespect to Newcastle, but if Liverpool has an opening and they do have the money that can afford you, and it's a choice between Newcastle and Liverpool, I'm going to Liverpool every day of the week.
No, no, no. I'm not telling you for him not to say he don't want to go if you want to go, But he should have said it earlier on. You understand? That's some sneaky shit. He should have said it early on. As a football player, you have to respect the club that you play for and give them the opportunity. If you know that's where you wanted to go, but that wasn't where he wanted to go. He didn't want to go there. I believe they didn't believe Arsenal would have signed Gyökeres. I'm telling you this. They did not believe. Remember, the club Gyökeres was playing for, the owners and them were still offering up to other clubs. Although he said he wanted to stay he wanted to go to Arsenal, they were still offering him up to other clubs. You
Mhm.
understand? So I believe they believe that Arsenal was not going to get Gyökeres. So no matter where he go, he wouldn't be a threat to his position on the national team. But as soon as he went to Arsenal, he put in a transfer request. The timing is right there. The
Yeah.
timing is there.
Yeah, big up the boy test. Oh, the man, I'm happy today or what? It's typical Arsenal to drag the happiness out of a transfer, ain't it, boy? Like, because we kind of knew Gyökeres was happening, but it wasn't. And they drug, and they're gonna do this with the Eze signing if it does happen too. And I hope the
You have
Eze
hope.
thing doesn't turn into a deadline day fiasco, bro. If
You,
you're gonna go get the player, go get the damn player so we can. Because you know what? If we don't get Eze prior to the season starting, then it's another excuse. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he didn't have time. I don't want to hear none of that, man. This man is Premier League proven. He can hit the ground running at Arsenal, but I don't want to hear any more excuses for Arteta. No more. There is no way he can get more excuses in the 6th year, Will. This is a past half a decade. There is no more because, like, you see how much Liverpool is spending right now, right? Liverpool is spending right now. You think, even though Arne Slot walked the league in his first year, you think they're gonna let him stay there 5 years and go trophyless?
Well, that's another thing too about Liverpool.
What's
So
that?
you have to understand, Anslot won with Klopp's team. People seem to forget the year before Liverpool suffered injuries.
They
That's the
did.
reason. That's the reason why they wasn't competing so high for the league. Klopp left. Alan Slot came in. They didn't buy anybody. Remember that.
Mm.
Same team he had, and they stayed healthy. That is the reason why he was able to win the league. Now, Alan Slot is putting his own spice on the team. So
Mhm.
let's see what he's going to do now when it is his team.
So you think he is tinkering with the team too much?
We will see.
Man, I mean that's why we do content wave. We look at facts and we formulate our opinion
I
based
well,
on the
I
facts.
believe, I
Yeah.
believe, I believe he has to do it to get his brand or his DNA on the team. Now, is his DNA able to win the Premier League?
You know what? I
Yes,
don't even. You
yes,
know
they're
what the
giving
thing is,
him.
right?
Yes, they're giving him the players.
Yeah.
Yes, if they give him Isak, yes, they're giving him players. That doesn't mean anything. There's his brand
Mhm.
going to win the Premier League.
Yeah. When I hear someone say, "Hey, you won with this guy's team," and they usually say that in a with stigma attached to it in a disrespectful form. I actually think that's a flex. If you can take over a team of players that you've never coached before and win with them in supposedly the toughest league in the world, I actually think that's a flex.
Yeah, no, no, no.
You know?
I don't knocking him down for that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's what he did. That is the facts. That's what he did.
Yeah.
Now he's putting his own little sprinkles on there himself,
Mm.
right? Is his sprinkles going to mess with what was already there?
Yeah. Now that's great because yesterday I was on a panel with two other Liverpool fans. Big up to Scamps and big up to Big Preach because we have not last year, the year before when Real Madrid won the Champions League, right? And then they signed Mbappe, and I said that in a bar, and I said, you know what? They just signed the best player in the world from a Champions League position, but guess what? They're not winning the Champions League next year. Man laughed, right? So then the question was asked: is there a world that exists where Liverpool spend all this and don't win anything? I'm like, it exists, but the way they're preparing, they know that possibility exists because they're trying to retain the Premier League title because there's this talking point in football circles that Liverpool only win when City have a bad year. When City have an off year, Liverpool win. When Liverpool are like, okay, watch us defend this Premier League title. And how do you defend the Premier League title? You
You
break the
strengthen.
transfer record twice,
Yeah, you
in one
strengthen.
window.
You
That
strengthen.
is some big boy shit.
No, but that is
Big
facts.
boy
But
shit.
that is facts. Could you see Arsenal doing that?
Hell no, hell
Even
no.
if we win the league,
Bro, if we win the league, we'd be selling players. We be getting rid of players. We won't be buying players. I swear. I said we wouldn't be doing any of this. We would have been like, okay, we won the league. We can sulk for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro. I do not. We don't do this when we're trying to win it. So when we do win it, like you said, we're gonna be wanting more. We're gonna be wanting more. And I don't think KSC have anything in them to try to because Liverpool right now are trying to build a dynasty.
do you see the trauma Arsenal fans going to? Do you
Yeah.
see the trauma we have? So this is the reason why you have to sit down and say, "Yo, I don't believe we're gonna get Eze."
Yeah. Big up to BPW74. I guess we'll find out if Slot is the real deal or just Poundland Klopp. Anything less than a first with a serious UCL would be really rubbish given 32 billion spent. Yeah, but I
That's a
think
big talk.
yeah,
That's
it
a
is.
big talk.
It is. But that's the thing, because the fact that Liverpool won the league and they have spent so much, this is there was already pressure there, but they put more pressure on themselves because of the spending, and we'll see how that
Well,
how that
well,
plays
well,
out.
well, well. There was one manager that used to do that regularly and constantly win the league,
Mm.
and his name was Alex Ferguson.
Yeah, but the
Sir,
thing is,
Sir
Fergie
Ferguson.
Fergie just used to go get a Berbatov or a Van Persie. He never went and broke the transfer record twice in
No,
one
no, no,
window.
no, 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 no.
And-
Yeah, yeah. But Fergie, there's one thing I respect about him. He said when you win the league,
Mhm.
the first thing you have to do is strengthen. You
Yeah,
understand? So
That's fine.
Liverpool is doing that. I'm not knocking them. They're doing that. I'm just saying they're strengthening, yes, right? But they're strengthening with big players, right?
Hmm.
How the other big players are going to mesh together with those big players.
Yeah,
That is the chemistry part that have to deal. They have to deal with. You
yeah,
understand that, and that is Alan Slot now. That's now his team, his coaching philosophy. It has nothing to do with Klopp.
yeah, yeah.
So if he don't win a trophy this season with all that money he spent, do they keep him?
Yeah, I think they keep him. I think they keep him. Unless he just goes, just falls way out of Champions League. But yeah, there's no way. He has bought himself credit at Liverpool because he won with Chiesa was his only signing. So I think he's earned the respect of the Liverpool board. Because if he didn't earn the respect of them Liverpool, man, they are not breaking the transfer window twice for him in one window.
Yeah, you have a
You
point
know what I'm
there. You
saying?
have a point. They
And
did
this is
that
the thing,
twice.
right? Most Liverpool fans going into this season would say, hey, okay, the top priority is replacing Trent. And they did that right away. But they also brought in a replacement for Robo. And then no one was screaming out for Verts. Their midfield was intact. And they went and did that. And then they went, I think if they signed Eketike, they would have been okay. But the fact that they went and signed Eketike and going for the big boy, bro, in Newcastle, they believe in Slot. They absolutely believe in him. So
No, and that is fact. So what are you saying about our board?
our board,
Do they believe in Arteta by giving him the players like giving him Madweke,
I don't think the board know who Madueke is.
giving him Norgard?
You know, I think Arteta just says, this is the guy that I want, and if Bertha, I really think Bertha is going to give him enough rope to hang him. Say, you want 11 left backs? I'm giving you 11 left backs. You want another goalkeeper? I'm giving you another goalkeeper. But just know that your time is limited because I wasn't brought here to be your friend. And AFC always say Arteta better not use Gyokeres as a left wing to accommodate Havertz. Like if
Listen to me, bro.
this
Listen to
would be
me.
some Arteta shit, you know.
People, I know people probably gonna get mad at me saying that about Norgard, right?
Yeah,
Norgard is how old?
31.
If he was that of a good player, he wouldn't have stayed by Brentford that long.
Brother, I said that yesterday to Jason Gooner. Man was making a case. I'm like, brother, at 31, I don't think he's no better than Jorginho. When Jorginho was 30, Jorginho name was on a Ballon d'Or list, bro. This man, he is about to play Champions League for the first time, and he's 31 years old.
Brother, again, if Arteta, if Arsenal is a club that want to win, right, and we decide, okay, we're gonna have a back, we're gonna replace Thomas Partey. You understand? You go like for like. You go get somebody, just like how you went and take Partey from Atletico Madrid. You go like for like. That is another excuse they're going to come up with. Well, we changed our center of our spine and they
Yeah.
have to mesh together now. That's the reason why our offense or our defense is not clicking.
Brother, I don't like this no guard signing for so many reasons. One of the reasons why I don't like it because the Arsenal fans are on the other side of the fence. So this is when you know Arsenal fans are full of shit when they use these two words to defend the signing. You know the signing is about to be a flop. It's good business. When you hear them say it's good business, look out, Weevil, because it was good business with Willian because he wasn't a free. It was good business with Sterling because it was the loan deal. Good business on Kepa because it's a 5 million. Good business because Norgard is cheap and he's coming from brother. The good because if the player is good, you don't have to talk about the fee. No one is talking about Isak's fee or versus fee. This Declan Rice 100 mil don't get mentioned anymore. No one talks about the fee unless it's a shit player, bro. So whenever this Norgard and the thing is, right? If Zubermender picks up a knock, that's what we're down to.
Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not buying this
brother, that is another exit strategy.
Mm-hmm.
It's an exit strategy. Do you understand? If they knew they was not signing Partey because he wanted a different contract and they know that, okay, they're not going to give it to him and they're going to look for somebody else, they have to look for somebody younger in the midfield. That is the same thing like Partey. You understand? Not a 31-year-old Norgard and say, oh, we're replacing Jorginho. We didn't win with Jorginho. So what we replacing? We need somebody better. Replacing Jorginho for what? We need somebody better.
Yeah. The thing is, right? Brentford, he couldn't believe his luck when Arsenal came calling. They were
No
like,
shit.
"Are you
No
serious?"
shit.
Yeah, he signed that contract so fast. Like, Arsenal want me seriously? Like, nah,
He did
brother.
the Scooby Doo.
Yeah,
Sign that shit. I would
and
sign it too.
yeah, the club irritate me, man. And the reason, one of the reasons why they're using Rodrygo's salary as one of the things that why Arsenal backed away from it. So if we are not going to pay big player salaries, right? And number one, Kai Havertz and Jesus is on big money, so I don't even buy that to begin with, right? But if we're never going to pay big salaries to big players, we'll never have big players because the best players in the world will be paid as such.
How much Rodrigo is asking for?
I think he's on 250.
Rodrigo is on 250.
I think so. Don't quote me on that, but it's north of 200.
What is Kai Havertz on?
That's what I'm saying. Kai Havertz aside, because that's the biggest blunder I used to beat Arteta with.
What is Kai Havertz on?
I think he's the highest paid player at the club, bro. He's 280 or some shit.
So listen to me. If Rodrigo is asking for 280 or 300,
Mhm.
Rodrigo have how many Champions Leagues?
Shit, more than Arsenal. I think he
How,
got like
how, how,
3 or
how
4.
many how many how many La Liga titles?
The boy got every medal in the book, bro.
So he's a serial winner.
Hmm.
So you pay for a serial winner. Ateta said that with his own freaking mouth before the season ended. We have to get quality players and we have to pay for them. He said it. He said
Hmm.
it. So what Rodrigo is a quality player for the left wing, and that's the position he wants to play. And the
Yeah.
number 10 is there. So Eze don't have to get the number 10. We give Eze another number, but we have a number 10 for Rodrigo and a $100,000 contract a week, and we go pay Real Madrid what they want for him. And we know with Rodrygo, Gyokeres, and Saka, we have a Champions League and probably a Premier League and a Champions League in the same season. We can go get him.
Yeah, we do have a number for Rodrigo. We got the number 11.
No, Martinelli has that. I will keep Martinelli.
Who? Who?
Martinelli. No,
Man,
no, I would
that's
sell
it.
Trossard. The reason why I would sell Trossard because of the age. I will
No,
keep.
sell Martinelli because you get more value.
No, listen to why I say I will keep Martinelli because now Martinelli will come off the bench and he'll fight harder. So instead of giving you 8 goals, he might try to give you 11 goals. The following season, you sell him for 70 million.
You can get 70 million for Martinelli now, from what I'm hearing.
No, you will get him to go over to the desert, 70 million, but no European club is going to buy Peekaboo Martinelli looking for bubble gum on the ground.
Yeah, but Bayern Munich had bid it for him.
Yeah, because company is a lunatic. Martinelli cannot dribble. Martinelli put his head on the ground and he runs. And if you don't give him a lane to run,
Mhm.
he cannot go forward.
Yeah, but the thing is with Martinelli, even if you get 58 million pounds for him, that's still 50 million profit.
You're
You know what I'm
right. You
saying?
have a
So that's what
point.
I'm saying. I don't think you can get much for Trossard right now. Trossard value is low because he's
The-
almost
the-
30. And I
the-
think Trossard is going to go anyway. I think he's going to go to Fenerbahce because he needs minutes to make the Belgian squad. This is it
the-
for him. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
the reason why I say keep Martinelli too is because he's a little bit younger, one, and Rodrigo is Brazilian. He
Mm.
might pick up some stuff from Rodrigo where that increases his price value where we could sell him. You understand? But
I
as
think
I said to you, what I would want on the left side of Arsenal
mm,
is the Brighton winger, the
Mitoma.
Asian guy, Matomo, and Rodrigo. That's what I would want.
Yeah, I think today, as of today, Martinelli's value will only go one way. So that's why I want to sell him now. I don't think he gets any more value.
Yeah, you have a point there because if you don't do good with Gyokeres in there, then
Yeah.
it's over.
So I would sell Martinelli. And but like there's something about having two top wingers, two top 5 wingers in the world that excites me. You know what I'm saying?
Why
And it's
not?
not, and because now what you have is you have the best defense in the Premier League. You have two of the best wingers in the world. Use that to your advantage.
So you would keep Trossard.
If I have to choose, if I have to, I think Trossard is more likely to leave this summer. But if I have to choose which one to sell, I'm selling Martinelli. And go
And
get
then
Rusty.
if you sell Martinelli, then you have to keep Trossard
No. Yeah.
because we need a replacement. You need a replacement for our wingers. We cannot go into the league anymore with this bullshit. We thin squad. You see what it did to us. We
Yeah.
cannot do that. We
Yeah.
need to have and the thing is this: the quality of player. If we're replacing Martinelli up, or if we're replacing Saka up the field,
Mm,
well, we have in Matt Wakey.
mm-hmm.
We replacing Victor up the field, we have Kai Havertz. You understand? If we're replacing Rodrygo up the field, we need to have somebody that you understand what I'm saying. So if you say if you say Trossard is not bad. It's just the age I was looking at. But Trossard is not bad to keep.
Yeah, it is not bad to keep. And but like so, brother, if we turn up at August 17th, we turn up at Old Trafford with Saka, Gyokeres, Rodrygo. You think any of the Man United fans in the group are texting us?
No,
You
they're
know what I'm
not.
saying? You
But
know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that is a world-class front line, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And you
yes,
add that to the best defense, and you give yourself the best chance to get that Liverpool machine, man. What they are building, you need top players to compete with that. And
facts.
we're going to Anfield on the third game. You know,
Yes,
we're
yes.
going to the Lions Den, and the emotion that them men are riding right now. Wherever when that clock hits 2-0, Diogo Jota's number, and that red wave comes at you, I'm gonna feel sorry for some teams at Anfield. They're
We
gonna get
better we better load up the Glock 14. We
better.
better load up that Glock 14 so you have some bullets in the chamber so you can light up Anfield because we're not playing. But listen what I'm saying. You mentioned about um Boys United or Manchester United. Right now, Mbomo is the best winger in the world, you know. You know that, right?
I mean, they said that about Kobe Manu a couple of days. You remember Kobe Manu was the best thing in the world. What happened to
Kobe
that?
Meno is the best number 6 in the Premier League, and right now, Mbemo is the best right winger in the Premier League. You know that, right?
Yeah, because Mo Salah retired, yeah, and Saka is asleep.
And Saka is asleep, but
Yeah.
and they would say, but Mbemo scored 20 goals, 20 goals. He's the best. All of a sudden, he's the best. If he was the best winger in the Premier League, Real Madrid will come get him. Not
I told them, man.
Manchester.
I told them, man, I'm not discussing them until they make it to the top half of the table and get out of negative goals.
Oh, bomber
And
clot.
I'm sticking to that.
You know what? I'm going to copyright that. I'm going to make a shirt saying that. I ain't talking to Manchester fans until they get above half the table.
Martinelli is a speedboat without a driver. Yeah, but
Yes,
that's what he is. AFC always.
bro.
He just
The man head down looking for ants, bro, and trying to dribble.
yeah.
I'm like, how you Brazilian and you don't know? The only thing this kid have is speed.
Yeah, he just runs. So as a defensive player, I'd love to play against players like him. You just have to show him to the outside, let him kick the ball out of bounds, and just stay with him because he cannot cut, turn. He can't. He doesn't have a feel for the ball. That's why he doesn't trust himself to run without looking down. You know, and once you look down as an attacker, you lose your advantage. You can't see where your teammates are. You can't see the coverage. You can't see any of that. Look, coach used to make me run laps for that. You know, if coach ever saw you dribbling the ball and look down, whistle lap. Why are you looking down at the ball? It's like you're supposed to feel the leather, become at one with the ball.
But listen to me again. Where did Arsenal get Martinelli from? The third tier in fucking Brazilian league. Do you understand what Arsenal on, brother? And they shine the shit up and make it look like shining gold and and fool us and say,
Yeah,
look, Martinelli had a good season. He's a superstar now. Brother, he was in the third tier of the Brazilian league. Brazil do not lie about their football players.
yeah.
If you're a baller, you balling.
All right, so Wivel, remember last year going into the season, you were very high on Chelsea. You said I'm very worried about Chelsea, like Premier League form. We're not talking about Club World Cup or conference. You were talking about the Premier League form.
Yeah.
I dusted that off last year because I didn't think they were going to do much in the Prem. So said so that. But this year, now I'm on record as saying like this year, this Premier League season, I think Chelsea is closer to us than most Arsenal fans are willing to admit. Like how high are you on Chelsea?
They need a proper goalie and a proper centre back.
Well, they're not getting a goalie, man. They just won the Club World Cup with this one. I think the center back is where they'll target.
If they get a proper centre back and a proper goalie, then I say okay. We have a little bit of Houston. We have issues, and that's if we don't get Eze. and Rodrygo.
Mm.
You hear what I'm telling you,
Yeah,
brother?
but
If we don't get Eze and Rodrygo, we might get fourth place.
we're not getting Rodrigo, bro. Um, Eze
Liverpool.
is a possible. Matter of fact, I tell you what, Rodrigo has a better chance to end up at Chelsea than Arsenal. And we would have funded that, giving them 48
Who
million for
sick?
Madueke.
Yo, don't say that, Dread. Because now I telling you this. I going up, bro. I'm telling you this. This is crazy, Dread. This is crazy, yo. This is crazy. And you're right.
Mm.
You're right. This is the reason why I'm upset about that signing, No, I'm not saying about the kid is not a good player or whatever. I'm just saying that is a signing that you sign like later on.
Yeah,
You go get the big boys first.
yeah. I would have loved to seen I would have loved to see Zubamendi on the pitch with Gyokeres learning how to play together. You know what I'm saying?
They
So
have
he
to.
can learn how to make the runs, because Verts and Mo Salah have been doing that for 3-4 weeks now.
But listen to what I'm
You
saying.
know what I'm saying?
Zumamendi is not going to be giving Gyokeres the ball.
Over the top, he will. Over the top, he will. Bro, I'm
In
telling
the
you, it's
in
over.
the Premier
It's
League,
over the top ball.
in the
Wait, look,
Premier League,
it's
in the
over the
Premier.
top ball is what he is really good at. That over. You know that Thomas Partey long over the top. That he has that. He has that. The underground, that's Eze and that's Odegaard. But the
No,
over
no,
the
no.
top ball, like a Tottenham that like to play a high line type ball. Zubamendi,
Zumamendi. Yeah, no, no,
that's
no. You 100% right. He can do that. But
he can.
The Premier League is very good at defending aerial attack. The
Mm.
Premier League is very good at defending aerial attack. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
there's no defense for the perfect pass. You know that. You
no,
can
I
be good at
understand
it
that.
all you want.
I understand that completely. But what I really want is I want our number 10s to be able to distribute that ball to our number 9 effortlessly. So if Zubamendi do have to play a ball over the top, he have the time to give you that perfect pass. You understand what I'm saying? But if our number 10s are not able to do that, the pressures on Zubamendi and our midfield will not have the time to be able
Mm.
to play that perfect ball. You understand? We need Eze for Zubamendi and that number 9 to flourish. If we don't, because Odegaard cannot do it. I'm telling you that. Mourinho cannot do it. Declan Rice, he's really a number 6,
Mm-hmm.
and he's not able to do that. We need Eze. Eze can beat you one-on-one. Eze can give you that pass, and Eze can score. He's a triple threat number 10.
Okay, so say we get Eze, right? Say we get Eze over the line, right? What's our best midfield?
Our best midfield,
Mm-hmm.
I would still start Declan Rice. I would still start Odegaard, and I would start Zubamendi. I will give them the opportunity. I will give them. But I know on the fourth game or on the third game, it will be Eze, Declan Rice, and Zubamendi.
So you okay? So no Odegaard.
No Odegaard.
I actually think Odegaard would cook in the left eight. I've been saying this for time because Arteta, he likes a left-footed eight, right? The best football we ever played is when Xhaka was over there playing higher. The thing with Xhaka, he's slow, doesn't press, and doesn't have the tech. Odegaard has all that and the left foot. I
But the
really think
problem with
Odegaard could cook
Odegaard,
in
the
the left eight.
problem with Odegaard is this: he don't score goals.
Xhaka didn't score goals.
No, Shaka didn't score goals, right? Because they didn't ask Shaka to score goals.
Yeah, we,
But
we won't need Odegaard to score a bunch of goals in the left eight because he didn't score. He scored 3 Premier League
so
goals
you would bench Declan Rice?
in some games. Yeah, I think Zuba, because you said Declan's the 6, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So who's the better 6? Because Thomas Partey was a better 6 last year than Rice. That's why Rice was further up the pitch.
Yeah, Declan is a better
So
6 than
that's what I'm saying.
Zuma
Forget about
in
his
the
price tag
physical
for me.
aspect. In the physical aspect, but in the technical aspect, Zuma Mendy is better. You
Yeah,
understand? Zuma Mendy can give you because Declan Rice don't have an aerial pass. He don't
yeah,
have that.
yeah.
You
So I've
understand?
been saying many times that I want that depth. I want to be able to give Declan Rice a rest and still play a quality squad. You know what I'm saying? Especially in March, April, when Champions League fixtures and all when the minutes are heavy. You sit Declan and you start Zubi, you start Eze, you start Odegaard. You,
This is
you
the this
if
is
you're
the
playing.
reason why this was the reason why Manchester United fans always used to say, "Oh, don't worry, wait till December and January. Arsenal going to fall apart," because
Mm,
we always never have players to replace players that have the same quality. You
mm.
understand? So yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. We need I agree with you.
Because if we're playing Sunderland at home, you don't need two defensive players on the pitch.
You
You
don't.
1-6 and you
You,
attack and you blow them out 4-0 and then you rotate.
you need this is the reason PSG was able to beat us because how we played PSG the first game in the Champions League, the first two games we were able to dominate them and win, right? This when we beat them in the quarterfinals,
Mhm.
right? They changed the whole system of play because they have different players.
No, one of the reasons leading up to the PSG game, I'm putting the Arteta tax on. Is a big up to the catch up. Oh, they can do the better passer and the passer of the ball than Eze. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, catch. But the thing with the PSG tax, leading into the PSG game, we're down 1-0 and Arteta played our full squad at the weekend. Luis Enrique arrested everybody.
Because we didn't have players.
I don't give a fuck. The league was already done. You play the academy. I don't care. But he was so upset with getting second that he played Saka and all these men. And there's a reason why in the first 20 minutes in the PSG game, we were on top of them.
So what that
the were tired because they played 90 damn plus minutes on Sunday.
so what that is telling you? The board is telling him that he has to get second place.
What if the board was telling him that, bro? You motherfucker, you need to win because the fans are gonna turn on you, brother. The board can't protect you on a Saturday or a Sunday when it's toxic at the Emirates.
No, the
You know
board
what I'm
don't. The board don't have to protect you for that on those days. But the whole thing is the board don't have to fire you,
Bro, I'm telling you,
and the board don't care about
we're
us. No.
grossly underestimating how toxic it's gonna get if he starts slow at the Emirates, and they will have to listen if man start walking out of there, bro. If these men got Wenger fired,
Bro.
when the seats got empty and all this here. So Arteta is that. I don't know how he is so fucking protected, man. I don't know.
Do you think that is the reason why he always wanted a small squad?
I think he wanted a small squad because it's easier to manage a squad. A bigger squad, you have to do some managing in it. You have to manage some personalities, and like the bigger the squad, the bigger the chance of someone might say something. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like Gyokeres coming, because you think if Gyokeres, he seems like a maverick to me, where if Arteta is on the sideline telling everybody where to be and we're not winning the game and it's not working, man, looks like he'll come deep and say, give me the damn ball.
Give me the fucking ball. Kick the ball over the top and let me run.
Yeah, because I've seen this man muscle Saliba and run at Gabriel. There's not too many number 9s in the world that do that. The shot went high and hit the side net and all that shit, but he did it. Kai Havertz is not doing that. There is no one in our squad that will do that. Run at two of the best center backs in the world and make them think, make them commit, make them uncomfortable.
And he hit the post. He hit the post. He hit the post. Listen to me now. And they're going to tell you that, hey, he's coming from Portugal. But let Gyokeres had signed for Manchester United. He would have been the next coming of Van Nistelrooy. You understand? Any player that come to Arsenal, right? They always talk down on them. All of a sudden, Zubamendi not that good. But if he had gone to Liverpool, he would be the next best thing to slice bread.
Yeah. Big up to the catch-ups as they would play from the left for me. And I'm okay with that because I think he's better than Madueke. He's central on the left. I think
Madueke was not bought to play on the left. If Arteta bought Madueke to play on the left wing, listen to me. That is when you're sacking him, you're terminating his contract and you're asking for your money back.
Sackable offense number 999,000. It just keeps piling up, because if he convinced Madueke that he's getting starting time at Arsenal, it has to be on the left. He's not starting on the right. It has to be on the left. So you see what I'm saying? There's a huge disconnect here, and this is why the fans are confused. Like you said at the beginning of the show, Wavo, and I've said this before as well. The Arsenal fan base are usually split on many issues. Kai Havertz, the manager, the fan base was unanimously united against this Madueke signing. So the fans understand, like, bro, this is not what we need. This is not gonna. It may help us, but we had other things to do, and you drag your feet with that. But you link to Madueke and you sign him the next day. But this damn guy that actually wanted to come to us, you took 3 damn months to sign him,
bro.
Criminal,
bro. So I am trying to. They did not want to sign Gyokeres. Gyokeres put Arsenal in a position where they had to sign him. You don't realize Arsenal didn't lower the price. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal said we're not moving. Normally, the club would have said, okay, Arsenal, F you, Manchester. we doing this, and the player would have been like, okay, I go into Manchester instead. You
Mhm.
understand? Because Gyokeres said, I want to go to Arsenal. You understand? Because he know for him to be the top boy on his national team, he has to go to a team that's challenging for titles.
Mhm.
And if he can give them one, he know he's going to be the top guy. He's going to be the next Zlatan for Sweden. That's what he's looking for.
Yeah, I
You
actually agree.
understand?
I actually agree with Borten on this comment. Replace Rice with Eze, and we see a different Odegaard because, I think Rice does his best work when he's breaking up play. You ask Rice to be forward of the pitch and trying to create those tight spaces. That's where Eze cooks. Eze is the man, and he's so press resistant. He drags you out of position with dribble or with a 1-2. Like he is so techie, bro. You
But
cannot get when Eze gets the ball on a half turn. I have no worries, bro. You have to foul him. You can't get the ball off of him.
brother, Arsenal could play a three, right? They could play a three defensive players, three in the back, right?
Yeah.
And play a two hole in midfield. You
Hmm.
understand what I'm saying? Two hole in midfield with Declan Rice and Zubamendi.
Yeah.
Because Zubamendi can make can hit the passes and
Mhm.
Declan Rice can do the breaking up of play.
Yeah.
You understand? And Eze as our number 10 with
Yeah.
with Skelly, and Ben White or whatever. Ben White bombing down the wings, and then you have Saka, you have Gyokeres, and you have Rodrygo.
Well, it won't be Ben White. It'll be Timber. But I hear you. I hear you.
Timber is more. Timber to me is more. Ben White is more complimentary for Saka, I believe,
Nah, bro.
because
Timber is
Ben
it.
White overlaps more and it gives Saka a better ability to be able to cut
Yeah.
in.
Timber. There's
Tim
matter of fact,
Timber,
I don't usually flex Arsenal players like I was telling Jason Gooding this. I don't usually flex Arsenal players, but there's no right back in the league I'm taking over Timber.
no. I understand what you're saying. No, Timber is better than Ben White. I know that,
Mm.
but in the way Arsenal play with Saka, Ben White is better fit for Saka because the runs he make, Timber comes inside more. You understand what I'm saying? He plays more inside area. Ben White does more of an overlapping area. And whenever he overlaps, he drags defenders with him, and that gives Saka more one-on-one to come in, cut in, and take a shot. You understand? That's the reason why I like Ben White for Saka. You
Yeah,
understand? Now, when you have Madueke, now you have to see how Timber and Madueke and Ben White interact with each other.
I hear it.
You understand what I'm saying? But with Saka, Ben White to me is a better fit.
No, I hear it.
You know?
Big up to Jason Gunas to hit the post and ricochet into the back. Yeah, that was when Gyokeres was running at. He did make him so because we beat him 5-1. It took away from his performance, but he was that game. That was a mad run, bro. Man was like, yeah, I'm going to show what I can do, and he did show. And I'm glad that we finally got a number 9 who I actually rate. Actually rates. When the ball goes into the box, I'm expecting something. And I was telling many man, if we actually get Eze, I'm expecting 18 to 22 goals that I predict Gyokeres to get. I'm gonna up that a little bit, just a little bit. Now I'm talking 25, 30. You know what I'm saying? Ben Jacobs is reporting that we still interested in Eze Waffle Down, but that Ben Jacobs, man, I don't trust him. I don't
Mhm.
trust him one bit. All he does is watch
Yeah,
bullshit.
mouthpiece.
I don't trust that motherfucker.
Something about Gyokeres, the thing about Gyokeres I like, that same game you're talking about when you run on the wing with Ben with Saliba and those guys that hit the post. You know what time that was in the game?
Mm,
88, 89th minute in the game. They're losing, and
mm,
he didn't give up
yeah,
fighting.
yeah.
That is what we need on
Was
our
he,
front line.
was he just auditioning for us? Because he knew he wanted to come to Arsenal. Was he just auditioning that game?
Brother.
It worked. It worked. Because he's an Arsenal player now. He's an Arsenal
Really
player
and truly, did it really work? Because if Berta wasn't standing in here,
now. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Because
okay,
if Mikel had his way, we would have another prodigy, another 22-year-old prodigy from what's his name?
Leipzig,
Leipzig. RB
right from
Leipzig.
Leipzig, and then you know what would happen in two seasons? We'll be losing him out just like Vieira.
Hey, big up to LFC Master. 53 million given to Chelsea this summer. And Chelsea had the cheek to ask about Ethan. The cheek, LFC Master. The cheek. This would have made me riot. That would have made me actually upset. But brother, I'm not I won't be surprised if Chelsea make breaking news tomorrow. Chelsea linked with Rodrygo. But honestly, with the Rodrygo thing, I actually think he stays with Real Madrid when the window closes. Wavell. You know why? And I don't know how you feel about it, but I really believe that Xabi Alonso not safe.
No.
He's not safe there. I think if they start slow behind Barca, he's gone by Christmas.
And
He's
I think
gone by.
Rodrygo is banking on that.
Right. I think I don't know if he's banking on it, but I think he because he's not going to leave Madrid because he knows he has the quality to be there. You know what I'm saying? It's not a quality thing. It's he has to go somewhere where he's going to get quality minutes. That's going to give Carlo a selection headache because Carlo is the one who didn't play him in the first place, but now Carlo's managing his national team, so he's in a really tough spot. You know what I'm saying? Because he's really competing for a backup spot on the Brazilian team because Rafinha's going to be on one wing, Vinicius is going to be on the other. So he's competing for a backup spot. But he
Well,
has to give Carlo a selection headache. But if I'm telling you that Xabi Alonso, he didn't look comfortable in the Club World Cup, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if he goes, a new manager can come in and give Rodrygo the hey, you know what? This damn Vinicius who be walking around on the pitch, Mbappe who be walking around on the pitch. I'm not loyal to none of these, man. You are going to play because he does work hard. He does run. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here for it.
That's the reason why I wanted him, because I was like, if Xavi Alonso don't want him, I'll take him because I know his work rate.
Yeah.
Listen to me, Xavi Alonso. Again, this is the thing. Just like football players, as soon as Real Madrid come, they run over there and they hurt their career if they don't make it. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
If I was just Xavi Alonso, I wouldn't have gone to Real Madrid right away. I would have leave Leverkusen and I've gone to Bayern. That's what I would have done. You understand? Because Bayern now buys top players too. So now you starting to learn how, because at Leverkusen he didn't manage stars. Now he's managing stars. And the
Yeah.
first thing he decided to do is say, Rodrygo, I don't need you. And Rodrygo is a star. You understand what I'm saying to you? And that's crazy.
Yeah. But you do believe that he's not safe there because I'm telling you, he
Oh
didn't
no.
look comfortable. And I do believe if they start slow,
I don't believe he's going to make it at Real Madrid. I believe he's gone at Real Madrid. I don't believe he's going to make it. I believe Real Madrid is going to have a horrible start of the season because one thing, I don't see I don't see Vinicius and Mbappe changing the way of play yet. They're still doing the same thing. And I still see it. I like Real Madrid. I follow Real Madrid, and I still see Jude Bellingham doing whatever he wants because Jude Bellingham making runs as a forward because Mbappe don't making the run, so Jude Bellingham decided he making the run.
Man, big up to the assemble saying
So-
evening, everyone. Big up, man.
so-
Big up to Godfrey. Facts. I reckon Rodrygo stays because I thought Liverpool make a move because of the Isaac deal.
Yeah, no, that is what I was worried about. That Liverpool didn't go get Rodrygo. If they did, I thought that's what they were going to do. And when they went and get Isak, I was like, okay, I don't worry about that. I really don't worry they get Isak. I don't.
You
You
not?
understand? No, I
I'm
don't.
worried.
You understand? I don't. If they had get Rodrygo, because it would be balanced, they would have a balanced attack. They would have Salah on one side, and they're going to have Rodrygo on the other side. The last time they had that is when they had Mane and when they had Salah on that side, and they were a menace in the Premier League.
But Wibble, they signed Isaac. They have enough money to get a Rodrygo still.
But if they get Rodrygo, then I'm not even watching the Premier League.
because they spent so poorly over the past 5 seasons or whatever. I'm reading Sky Sports reporting they can spend up to 500 million and still be in compliance with PSR.
So listen to me.
They could get a Rodrygo. So it could happen. I don't want to see it, because if that happens,
Brother, if it happened, the league is over.
Yeah.
You don't understand. The league is over.
Yeah,
They now battling PSG and whoever else is going to be battling for the Champions League.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. The man them are serious about retaining their Premier League throne. They
if they go get Rodrygo plus Isak, they want the Champions League. The Premier League is after. The Premier League is like, yeah, we're gonna get that anyway, so we don't worry about it. That's in the bag. It's the Champions League we're going for because that is a Galactico team.
Oh, yeah, that would be, but that's what they want though, because the way the Liverpool man them are moving in these spaces right now,
Liverpool never moved like that before in the history.
It's scary. It's scary how they're moving, man. But
Liverpool never moved like that in their history. So if that's what they're doing right now, then that's scary. I tell you, if they get Rodrygo, then hang up the Premier League, okay?
yeah, stick a fork in them. Stick a fork in them. But Liverpool are doing the ultimate flex, man. They man won the league. They're winning the transfer window. They're moving right. It's calm if you're a Liverpool fan right now, and I'm so jealous, brother. I'm
So
jealous.
you telling me that Liverpool spend shit in their transfer windows and they have all our money to spend, but Arsenal spend shit. Arsenal do shit in the transfer window too, and we don't spend a lot of money sometimes. So where's the money?
Well, they have the money. That's what wait. I do not buy this Arsenal don't have the money thing. It's bullshit, bro. It's PR. It's bullshit.
We don't have no PFA shit, right?
Not right. We have money to spend. It's the matter of the ambition.
So you telling me we can go out and get Rodrigo without
Of
spending
course
it,
we
without
can.
selling
Of course we
anybody,
can. Of course we can.
and still get Eze.
Yes, because Eze is not expensive. Eze release clause is 61 million. It's not a lot.
68 million.
Yeah, yeah.
And from what I'm hearing that you can set it up in a 3 payment system.
Yep.
Probably
Yeah.
they
So
will
it's
want
not hard.
prob-
It's not hard to get, bro. We
probably
can do it.
probably they want 60 million and 8 million in add-ons. And you know Arsenal and the add-ons, oh no,
Yeah.
we'll give you 50 cents add-ons. Not a dollar
Yeah.
this time, not a dollar, 50 cents.
Big up to Godfrey. Yeah, it would be a waste everyone time with watching the league to see if they got Rodrigo. It'd be calm, man. Big up to Ritson. Hello, BBK. I'm good, bro. I'm good. I hope you are well. Have to gel for it. They do have to gel, but this is why the preseason is important.
That's
Arsenal.
the reason you get the players in early. That's the reason
Yep.
why I'm upset. Because if Arteta is the coach and you know you have to get your players in early, and your board is not buying your players early, I'll be outside hey, I need my players. But when you see Mourinho,
Mm,
Mourinho would have been, oh, hey, come on, get the deal over. I need this guy here. That's the reason we will never have a coach like Mourinho, that mentality at Arsenal. Never. Because they need people to protect. There's fools that's in front of the board that need protection. They don't love our club. They're not
mm,
fans of our club. They
yeah,
don't love it. They're not fans of. If any one of the fans or one of us win $100 billion, we take care of our family, and then the next thing we could probably go buy is Arsenal,
yeah,
and we will go buy all the players. We don't care what the coach say. We're gonna
yeah,
go. We will break rules to
yeah.
go
We do
get
a
the
Roman.
players to win.
I'll turn into Roman Abramovich all over again.
Exactly. Roman Abramovich was a real fan that loved a club and bought the club that he loved.
Mm.
None of those people don't love him and actually put people in charge that love the club too to do the
Yeah,
madness that he was doing.
yeah, but I'm thirsty for the Eze signing, bro. I'm not gonna lie because we just can't run it back because
I do not trust Arsenal, brother. I do not trust these
yeah.
fools. I do not trust them. They will tell you wait till January.
There's no more waiting, bro. There's no more waiting.
We'll
Like
buy Eze in January.
the wait is over. The wait is over. Absolutely, the
Yo,
wait is over.
this, they will come up with some, bro. The grass not cut so high, so we didn't get Eze. They will come up with something, Dread. Arsenal
Mm,
will come up with something to justify why we don't get Eze.
mm,
I'm
mm.
telling you, bro. They did. People seem to forget, In January, we needed a striker. Everybody, even the devil, knew we needed a striker, and they came up with an excuse and said there was nothing on the market, and fans bought it.
Mm,
So,
yep.
so you don't believe they will come up with some monkey do nonsense about Eze and fans going to buy it too?
Yeah.
And we know we need that type of player on our team. We know we need it. This is the only player besides Samuel Nazari that could take the ball and run forward and beat players on the run in our midfield if we get him. I'm telling you, we need that type of player in Arsenal. We need it. If we had I'm telling you, Zinchenko has a little bit of ability of carrying the ball and stuff like that. But the problem is Zinchenko, he hold on to the ball in the midfield too long
He does. He does. And
without doing any progression.
yeah.
Eze is different. Eze is a player that will hold on to the ball, but he will beat his player. You understand? He moving forward with the ball. This is the players we need.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. The commentators know that. The commentators that don't like Arsenal know that. Shaka Islop punk motherfucker that don't like Arsenal because we used to pepper his goal at Newcastle. Still,
The Shaka
still,
Islam.
still will still try to downplay Arsenal buying Glock 14. You
Mm,
understand? Even if we buy Rodrygo, he will still. These people don't like us. You understand? So we have to show them that we're gonna win the league. We have to show these people that we have to bring our name up, but our club don't do those things. They just care about the bottom line. Mr. Walmart, we made X amount of money for you. Good job, guys. Keep on the good work. He
yeah,
don't know nothing about football. All he knows is about his money is good. And that is the truth. He's not supposed to worry about it. He hired the people to make the club win.
yeah.
But those are bankers. Those people running our club are bankers. They don't care about that shit. They care about the bottom line.
Yeah, but there's a world, there's a world in this upcoming season where the bottom line is not met, and if the bottom line is not met, then he has to go in it.
The bottom line was it did happen. Wenger, when Wenger started to lose money, that's the
Mm,
reason why they let Wenger lose, you know. You really believe Wenger get lose because the fans say it? Arsenal was losing money.
yeah,
You understand? So Wenger go. Wenger take the bullet. Emery came. They didn't give Emery what he wanted. They didn't give Emery what he wanted. Emery wanted this player. They gave him that player. The board is what the board. The board. Them is the problem in the club. That is the cancer in our club. Is the board. Whoever these motherfuckers is need to go. And
yeah. So
I'm telling you, if they go on a new board coming, Ateta is gone the next day.
yeah, the crazy thing is that what you just said, the problem at the club is the board, and I hear that. But you know who was saying that last season? This is how fickle fans are in the world of football. You know who was saying about their board, like who was hating their board just 12 months ago? Liverpool fans, but now they love them. This is what winning does. They absolutely well, FSG out was everywhere. FSG out was everywhere. They man win the league, and all of a sudden they're
They're
spending,
spending
and
money. They
everyone loves
love
them.
them.
So there's money there. There's money to be spent. But I'm saying if there's there's a level of pressure that the fans can put on the club, and it's I put the onus on the match going fans that when
Well,
if they don't start well, it will get toxic at the Emirates, bro. Because as
don't
as
show up.
deluded as the fan base is sometimes, the other side of the fence, I don't doubt that they want to win, right? So at some point, especially when they see everyone in London picking up trophies, men are getting tired of getting punched up. They are going to demand that the manager win.
But Tottenham win a trophy, brother. Tottenham have a European, bro.
Yep.
Bro, do you
So
know how hurtful that is? Do you know how hurtful that is? And then in the transfer window, when the transfer window open, our club is just saying, yo, you know what? We sorry we didn't give you silverware. Here is Gyokeres. Brian Shining Gyokeres. No! They prolong it. Zubamendi, prolong it. Everything prolong it. Make the whole shine of it die out. This club do not love their fans.
yeah, the thing is, right? Um, I asked the Liverpool fans this a while back when they started moving mad before the Isak and the Ekatike thing, and I asked them, "Is the club moving this way because this was the strategy all along, or they're moving this way because they're actually listening to their fans now?" And I was like, "Shit! If a club is moving this way, smashing transfer record because they're now listening to their fan, that shit is scary, right?" Because now we're talking about modern day Galacticos and all that while we're still we're in a limbo, right? I want to do what Liverpool did. I want to do the quickest way to first, right? Fifth, third, bang, straight up there, not second, whole city fall off, right?
Hope.
And
Yes.
there's no the injuries because I'll give you your credit, Wavel. Back when I just started making content last summer going into the season, you did say there will be unprecedented injuries for everybody, not just Arsenal, for everybody. Now there were injuries, but
We
what
got
you
it.
saying this year? Like, do you expect the same amount of injuries going into the 2025 season?
Well, they had more rest. Well, the Chelsea team, the Manchester City team, they have a little bit of issues because they didn't give the players rest. They went right into another competition. You understand? Now they're giving their players rest, and then the league is 3 weeks. Was it 3 weeks away from starting?
Hmm.
Do you understand? So they in an upside down limbo, and I don't see Man City buying a lot of players. I don't see a lot of talk from Man City, so it's
Remember they
kind of
bought in
weird.
January though. They bought like 4 players in January though.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird for them. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know how City and Chelsea is going to approach the league. But for Liverpool, um, 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 Arsenal, Aston Villa, and all these other teams, it's business as usual. It's
So
business as
you think we've had enough rest for us?
yeah. Arsenal had enough rest. That's the regular amount of rest that they need. You understand? And as a professional player, you really don't rest. You
Mm.
probably take a week off and hang with your family on a vacation. But after that, you go personal train on your own. You have to go do your running. You have to go do your hits. You have to go swim. You have to go.
Yeah,
You have to maintain that because preseason is not that long.
it ain't. Yeah,
You
you're
don't
right.
get fit in preseason. You gotta come fit.
Yeah.
You understand? And that's the reason why I looking at Gyokeres because Gyokeres, what was he doing? He wasn't training with Sporting. You understand? So what was he doing by himself? So we need him quickly in there. We need him quickly move. You know what I'm saying? But not too quickly where he get injured.
Shit, he better have been doing some damn training.
Not like Marino.
He better have been doing some training, man, because
So
yeah,
hey, what we gonna do with Marino?
he'll be in the squad for depth.
For depth for what? Where we playing him?
CM central
CM.
midfield. Yeah, he's a CM. There's no 8, 6, nothing. He's just a CM. He's a
So then why did we buy Norgard?
we already said we didn't want that. We didn't
You,
say
you, 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 you understand the confusion this man does do to we?
so.
Because I know he's not going to play Mourinho as a 8 or as a 10. Now we have two number 9s, as Kai Havertz and Gyokeres, so he's not going to play him as a false 9.
Mhm.
So he's going to have to play him as a CDM, right? So we went and buy Norgard. Make it make sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Make it
No,
make sense.
yeah, you already know about the good business. Once they label you with the good business, I already put you in the shit bed.
Yeah,
I'm not.
maybe
I don't like the good business. Gyökeres is the last signing. There are quite a few people believe that, and there's enough evidence, historical evidence of the club doing this for it to ring true. But you
This
know,
man is not far from the truth.
yeah, it's not. The assembles, the Arsenal ain't winning nothing. Stadium build next. The Crankies are redoing the stadium for more money, more brother. These men are some real old pussy old.
No, Chambers. I have to
Oh
defend
my
that for them.
god.
Listen to me. This is what they're supposed to do. They're owners of the club. Their job is to make revenue for themselves. This is what they're supposed to do. We are hiring people to run the club, to win titles, and to do those things. Now, the Cronkies and them don't know about football.
Hmm.
Only thing they know is that the people we hire to run Arsenal come at the end of the year and show us a profit.
Yeah,
That means they're doing a good job.
yeah.
So hey, if we need to do a remodel on the stadium, hey, they're bringing in a lot of revenue. Go ahead, remodel it. You understand? But the fans that say we're not winning, the Cronkies don't care if we win or lose. They have the revenue coming in. We have the highest tickets in price of tickets. We dropping merch every other month.
Yeah, you saw that. You saw, yeah, yeah. We highest, yep, the highest price. We have the highest. I think West Ham have the lowest. It costs more than Liverpool. Pretty much everybody who won last year, Arsenal, it cost more to watch the Arsenal game. This
And we
is
cannot get expensive players. How are we paying for the highest prices tickets and our players are come from Dollar Tree?
this is criminal activity, my bro.
That
This
is
is
that is
absolute criminal
criminal. That is
activity.
criminal.
Yeah,
So
because you've lived in Germany, right? You've lived in Germany. I've lived in Germany. You know that the German clubs they have to answer to the people. Like the locals,
yes,
they have to answer to be like only in England a lot of these clubs can get away with.
because those clubs are privately owned or owned by sports groups or whatever, and these
Yeah,
people pumping the money into it. You
yeah.
understand? That is the reason why the German football league produces a lot of German players because they have certain rules that they maintain. You understand? The
Mhm.
England. That's why England is very hard for England to win a European World Cup or
Yeah,
Euros. You know,
yeah.
even
Mhm.
if they have very good players, it's very hard for them to do that. It's very hard.
Yeah. Why do you think England, with that call themselves the home of football, are going into a World Cup year with a German coach?
With a German coach. Can you believe
Right.
that?
This is the home of football. Every tournament, it's coming home. It's coming home. The home of football. You can't turn out a good manager.
Which,
Wait, but that this is a real stat. This is a real stat. An English manager has never won the Premier League.
yes, I know that.
That is damning.
They're
You know
shit.
what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a
They
whole
are
lot of
shit. They are shit.
Who's the best one? Is it Eddie Howe? Is Eddie Howe the best English manager right now?
Eddie who?
Eddie Howe from Newcastle.
To me, the best English manager there. Was he English? He coached Barcelona.
I'm talking about currently.
Currently,
Is Eddie Howe the current out of all the English managers? Is Eddie Howe the best one?
currently Newcastle. Who again is English in the Premier League?
You see that in of itself is another issue. So it's him. I think the guy at West Ham, Graham Potter. Yeah, he's English.
Well, yeah, Eddie Howe is the best.
Yeah, sure. Because last season, right? I think there were four English managers that started.
How many last?
Russell Martin from Southampton, he got fired. Sean Dyche at Everton, he got fired.
Gone.
Matter of fact, if Lopetegui didn't get fired from West Ham, it would only be Eddie Howe. And I think the one at Wolves got fired as well. Gary O'Neill, I think.
Yeah. Because Wolves got a new manager.
Yeah.
They shit.
Yeah.
We already
Reece
know
to Fulham. Yeah, I saw this. Reece to Fulham to be Arsenal next transfer move.
Why to Fulham? Why not to Crystal Palace? So we can offset Eze Price.
I think because he played there last year and they liked him.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a flying fly. Yo, bro, you going over to Crystal Palace? We want Eze. Yes, I have to. Yo, you have to be ruthless. Yo, how can we be? How we Arteta could be ruthless with Ramsdale, right? Ruthless, and he cannot be ruthless with nobody else.
Yeah, he was ruthless with Evie Martinez, ruthless with Bernd Leno. It seems like it's the goalkeeper thing. He can only be ruthless.
He can take off his best frustration on the goalies.
Yeah, it looked like he can only be frustrated with goalkeepers. This is why Wenger said Arsenal should have fans to represent the fan base on the board. I agree, man. These men just do what they want. There was no accountability in the club. That's why Arteta can sit in these press conferences and just lie
and talk
he
shit,
sit there
bro.
and waffle, because he's no one is there to hold him to account. You know what I'm saying?
And the media is not going to ask him hard questions.
Yeah, and if they do, they get banned from the press.
They get banned. Do you understand that? Like, this is crazy, bro.
Yeah,
this is crazy.
Man, they try to lose their press passes so they can for their exclusive interviews and inside knowledge, So they come, man, them compromise their journalistic integrity in the name of I want to be close to the club. AFTV do the same shit. That's why when AFTV started, it was the voice of the fans. Now they're just a media company trying to get in good with the club.
Yeah, that's it.
That's why they're over there in Singapore right now getting exclusive access, because now you say anything bad about Arsenal on AFTV, Robbie fire you.
Well, they have a few people that do talk Turkish.
They got their own channels and they talk on their own channels. I see them, but when they go on AFTV, it's a different tone wave. But I'm telling you,
no, I know.
Lead judges, bro. Even Curtis Shaw, when he's on Curtis Shaw TV, different Curtis Shaw. When he's on AFTV or with them other men, it's a different energy. Over here, barking like a bulldog, but when he's on AFTV, puppy.
No, I know that. I already know that. I already know that. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. Robbie, he worked hard to get where he gotta get.
I hear it, bro. It's the game.
Right?
I get it. But you know that
the fans made him the fans made him authentic. You understand? And I believe he should still maintain it that way. Now, the thing is, you do want to have access to certain places where Arsenal go. And if you're toxic or if you're against the club, they wouldn't invite you. And that they did that to him already.
Yeah, but you know what? I'll tell you what, you can't find a toxic Liverpool fan right now. You know why?
Because they're doing what the fans ask.
No, because they're winning. You know what I'm saying? They act like they act like you're toxic, me are toxic for no reason. Like we have no reason to be upset. You know what I'm saying? Like people actually upset at me for being upset that the striker wasn't at the club yet. He's gonna come, because I don't want to hear that. Because what happened with when the transfer window opened, what they said was, calm down, it's only June 1st. Well, June 1st became July 1st. And then July 1st is gonna come August 1st. And then when the window shuts, you know what they're gonna say? Well, the squad is the squad, shut up anyway.
Listen to me. Do you believe bro? That is the reason why I was bought. I was going crazy from the beginning. The transfer. I know the game Arsenal play. They
Mhm.
tried to make, oh, it's too early still. We looking at the market. Then middle of the market, you hear a little bit rumblings. We're looking at this player. We're looking at this player. Arsenal made a bid for $40 million, but the club wants 48 million.
Yeah,
But Arsenal will go to 42. Oh, and Arsenal not interested anymore. And then all of a sudden, the window closed because they prolong it to the end of the window. And they will
yeah,
tell you this, well, this is the squad we have. Let's get behind the squad. That's the bullshit they do
yeah.
every year. Under Wenger, buying Shamak, buying fucking Lord Bentner, and these asshole players. Fooling us from day one, they were fooling us.
Mm.
Replacing all our ball players with shit players, saying about stadium this, a whole bunch of lies, lies, lies. Every year was lies, saying we can't spend this, we can't spend that. Tottenham build stadium and buy players
Kept their players too, and kept their two
and
best
kept
players.
their
They didn't sell them.
players.
Yep.
Arsenal was the only team. Like, who did we get our loan from? The fucking devil? The devil?
That was Uncle Wenger lying to us, protecting the club again. You know
Protecting the
that's what that was.
board.
Yeah.
They're protecting the board. The board, I'm trying to tell you guys that the board is the problem of Arsenal. If we can get these fuckers out and new people, and I believe the board should represent ex-players, Henry, Petit, Adams, Keon,
Yeah.
people that win championships should be
Man
on
that
the
actually
board.
won at the club. Yep. Man that actually won at the club. I
They
hear it. I
should
fully
be in
hear
the
it.
boardroom.
You know what my biggest fear is, Wavell? With this Eze thing. Let's just say we wake up tomorrow, right, and you hear breaking news. Breaking news: Crystal Palace and Eberechi Eze has agreed to a new deal. Right, he resigns with a 80 or $100 million release clause now. Then Arsenal will be like, oh, can't afford him now. It was 60 million yesterday. You drug your feet. You see? So this is one of the reasons that when I talk to these people about that, they say, why are you getting upset? The window's still open. This is why. Because shit, like those fans actually think the world just sit and just revolve around Arsenal like this. Like this. Like it's just us. Because even if say he don't resign or that scenario happens, if Bayern Munich go, hey, we're not doing installments. Here's the 61 million. Give him to us so he can play with Elise. That's his boy. They play good together. Bang. Musiala broke his ankle. He ain't coming back for months. They actually need. You see what I'm saying? These men act like the world of football to just sit and wait on Arsenal to do business. Not everyone is going to twerk for us like Gyokeres, bro. You and I know. You've been to London. I've been to London. You've been to Munich. I've been to Munich. Munich is a fantastic city to live in, my bro, for a regular dude like you and me. So a young man with resources, Munich ain't no joke. So he could go to Bayern Munich. He's not going to sit around and wait for us to the end of time.
Munich win titles and the challenge in the Champions League.
Right. So I actually can see a scenario, and that's not even just the PTSD. That's just regular football know-how that other big clubs go for top players. You know what I'm saying? This is not a Madueke that no one else want that you can do a transfer or a
Nobody has bid for Madueke.
Eze is actually in-demand player. So the narrative that they spun with Arsenal linked with in-demand winger Madueke, that's your first fucking lie. He ain't in demand by nobody.
Nobody asked for Madueke. Yeah. Nobody.
Damn, that damn Eze is actually in-demand player. So this is what I don't want to drag our feet with.
Chelsea ask about him. Chelsea ask about him. Tottenham ask about him. The man say Arsenal, so they back off.
Yeah, brother.
So if Arsenal don't get him, that's what's going to happen. He's going to re-sign with Crystal Palace, and Crystal Palace is going to have an $80 million release clause, and then he's going to be 28.
Yeah,
Arsenal not going to get him. He's too old.
Yeah. And another thing is like we have to go get Eze before Liverpool go get Gehi, because there's only so many of their best players they're gonna let leave before they go into Europe, because they're in Europe. You know what I'm saying? So too much dragging our feet.
Well, Maguire better stay at Crystal Palace.
You don't think he'll be at Liverpool?
He will not start
at Liverpool.
He's going to start over Van Dijk.
I think he's going there for Kanate, because Kanate is about to leave.
No, Kanate is going to sign a new contract. Kanate says he's not going to Real Madrid.
But you know they still remember when Liverpool had their three best center backs. It was they still had three. They had Matip and the other one.
No. So let me ask you this about the new kid that we bought. What do you believe about it, Mascara? You like him?
Brother, you remember the last center back we bought from Valencia?
Yes, what's his name? Gabriel?
That was Mustafi.
Bumbleclad. That's right.
I don't know why I keep bringing that up because this guy has done it, but
Yeah, you're right.
yeah,
You're
but
right.
yeah, but
Bumbleclad.
that
Yeah,
worries me. You know what I'm saying? Like that I don't, there's something that fucking Mustafi may have been the worst damn center back I've ever seen, and I've seen some bad ones. But I do watch quite a bit of La Liga games. I think he is he has the qualities to be a good center back, and he's gonna learn from Saliba. He's there to. I prefer him than Rob Holding. You know, he's techie on the ball. He's long. Yeah, I'm calm with that. You know, I'm calm with that. But you
okay.
know, adding to the best. No more defensive players. God damn it, no more. Like
No,
the next.
well, right now Arsenal is perfect on the defensive end, because
Yeah,
we have
yeah,
two
no more.
defenders. We
Yeah,
have two defenders
yeah,
in every position,
yeah.
so we
When
should
the,
be good.
yeah,
We should They shouldn't have injury because we can rest them and rotate them. You
yeah.
understand?
Give me some quality depth going forward,
What
man.
we need is on top of the box. What
Mhm.
we need, bro. I was even saying, why? So why Arsenal can't put a bid for Isak?
Right. That you see what I'm saying? That better we're singing from the same hymn sheet, you know. Big up to Sweet Cherry.
Even if Isak say I want Liverpool, Arsenal say fuck it. We put in a bid for you.
But
Come
ask
play
the
on the left
question.
wing.
That's what I'm
Come
saying.
play on the left wing.
Put the bid in. Ask the question. Ask the damn question. Make it uncomfortable, bro. Put the bid in for Rodrygo. Put the bid in for Leao. Ask the question because AC Milan ain't got no Champions League. That man finished like what, sixth or seventh?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The thing with it is this. I would see Berta doing that because that's the way Atletico Madrid used to operate. But the problem is this:
Hmm.
Berta is the one asking, and the people with the purse strings is the boardroom, and
Yeah,
they deciding how much we giving you. I'm
yeah,
telling you, that's always been Arsenal problem, and we seem to not understand it. The board is who gives Arteta and Berta the money to buy the players. So if the board say we value you at 30 million, and I am the club that say, well, I value my players 35 million, but Arsenal board is saying, no, 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 we value your player at 30 million, and it's 30
mm,
million we want to sell you. The
yeah,
board is what doing that because Bertha is not going to be like, come on, we just need the money to buy the player. And the board is who holding the fucking purse strings because they have to answer to the cronkies at the end. So they have to show that they look, Mr. Cronky, you gave us 250 million. Look, we only spent 150 million. Look at how much money we saved for you. We're doing a
mm,
good job. We need bonuses. How
yeah.
much money do these bastards make? You don't see them on the newspaper. They don't get abused. They don't get abused on Instagram or Facebook when they miss a goal. They
Yeah,
don't.
yeah. You agree with Borton? You think we need another left back because Calafiori can't stay fit?
That is the only reason why I looking at it and I said I would keep Zinchenko. You understand? I would keep him because even if Calafiori injured, he could be backup for Louis Skelly and still give Calafiori time to get recovery. You understand what I'm saying?
You
So
know what
that's
this
what I
pissed
would
me
keep
off,
him.
Rebel? You know why this pissed me off if we go buy another left back? Because we just left Kevin Tierney leave on a free.
No. To be fair, Tierney is good, but Tierney was injury prone, just like the Asian guys.
Arthur was injury prone for his first two seasons, but he was the best season last year. Like,
Well, they didn't renew Partey contract because
right,
of
but we know why that was. But I'm saying that Kevin Tierney was the only true left back at the damn club, and you let him go for free, not to go buy another. And this is what I'm saying. Like they find money
no.
for dumb shit.
Well, yeah, you have a
You
point
know,
to that.
they will
That
find
right
money
there
for
will.
dumb shit, and they will go do this, boy. And they will go spend 30 million. Like you said up here, they will fuck off an academy player, and go spend 30 million on an off the market player. They will go do this for a left back.
And do by
But
Eze.
yeah, but see, yeah, and don't buy what the hell we. This is what annoys me about this damn club, man. Is that it's in the FC, we just do shit ass
No,
backwards.
no, no. Don't say the club. You have to say the board and ask. You have to separate these
No,
assholes.
I'm
The,
lumping all them motherfuckers until we start
yeah,
winning. I'm lumping all them
no,
motherfuckers
yeah,
together.
we lump them in, but you have
Yeah,
to separate them from the club because the club really cannot do nothing. It's the people running the club that fucking our club up.
the fact that Arteta couldn't convince Heaven that there was a pathway for him to learn his criminal. So Heaven himself came out and be like, "Hey, I thought I was better than all them center backs at Man United." Like you seen that interview? He came out and said that, and he went there because, yeah, truth be told, he probably wasn't going to play over our big two, especially in Premier League games.
Well, Heaven, yeah, he knew he wasn't going to play over Saliba or thing, so he had to go. I didn't worry about Heaven. I didn't even worry about the young striker that went over to Manchester United either. Because
Oh, Cheeto.
yeah, those are young. Listen to me, huh? Football is a funny game.
Mm,
You have to look at it on a graph, on a curve graph. Because
mm.
you have some players that young and they peak very early.
Early, yeah.
You understand? You want to be able to catch them when they peak at 26, 27, 28. That's when you want to catch them when they peak. You want them to be constantly growing and pick 26, 27, 28 and sell
Mm,
them off at them price and sell them off there to lower teams.
yeah,
But Arsenal will let them peak or lower or drop at Chelsea and we'll buy the drop players at Chelsea.
yeah. Big up to AJ. So we're on 25 likes. Big up to every single one of you people who checked in and enjoyed the show today, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
We
man.
finally got our gunman. We're hoping for
Block 14.
yeah, Glock 14 is here. Now we need our SA 10. We need our 10. We need someone to pull the strings in that midfield. We really need that, man. This is not a want or a luxury signing way, but we need this. We need this.
No, listen to this, Listen to this. The club is not just the club, not just the team need this, The club, the
Mhm.
football club need this because this is this is a prodigal son. We
Yeah,
send him away. We have to bring him back. This man
yeah,
he
yeah.
proved that he can play in the Premier League. He changed his game to show that he could play in the Premier League. Because I watched a couple of his games when he was younger. I went and looked back at him, and
Mhm.
all he was a techie dribbler. He wasn't a killer. He developed the killer instinct. So now we have what we need. Bring him back.
Yeah. The
Bring
thing
him
I
back.
like about Eze, right? One, he's a leader, right? And the other thing is, he cooked in a Palace team when he was the only creative outlet. The only creative they played through him. You know what I'm saying? He comes to Arsenal, but we don't have to play through you. That burden of carrying the team won't be on your shoulder. He can play free football, and you will see his game go to another level, bro.
Flourish.
He will be
To me,
unlocked.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Uh,
In his dribbling skills, he remind me of Ronaldinho. In a little way, his dribbling skills remind me of
I'm,
Ronaldinho.
I'm pretty sure he used to watch tapes of Gaucho. Like his age. If you played in that position and you wanted to see the best do it, that's who you would watch.
Yeah, because
You
his
know what I'm
dribbling skills
saying?
is have the similarity to it. He's very good at it, but then he has a shot, he has a finish behind it, he have a product.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. And big up to AJ for bringing this up because people do. Tierney did have his injury problems, not gonna lie, but yeah, bro, Zinni, like even Partey and Zinchenko have injuries. Like his injuries were way oversold. Like, and this is the thing, wouldn't be asking him to be our starting left back, but the fact that we would let him go for free, I
For
think
free.
Kieran Tierney came on a couple of games last year and delivered some fantastic. I seen that boy put a ball right in Kai Havertz's chest and he fluffed it. Like
Well, Kai
he's the
Havertz, come
only
on.
pure true left back that could whip in
Whip
that
the
cross
ball in, yep.
properly.
But
Skelly.
Ateta don't want that. Ateta don't want that. Ateta want the inverted left back, the inverted right back, this inverted thing, inverted. When they read the inverted nonsense, what we have next?
Field tilt. Let us be making up shit to justify bad football. We can't be like relying on injury prone players that go missing with that. I mean, I hear it, boy, and he did
No,
have
that
his
is
injuries.
facts. That is facts.
I'm not giving.
I tired of the injury players like Tommy
Tommy didn't
Asu and
forget.
them guys. I was tired of the injuries. You cannot buy a player to sit down injury. Let me tell you this, all right, about injury. Injury have to do with the player himself,
Mhm.
right?
That's a big
The
part
player
of
have
it.
to take care of himself. And I can see why Partey. Now I understand why Partey was injured all the motherfucking time. That's why. That's
Yeah.
why he was out there forming the ass.
Hey,
Yeah.
we'll leave it there, man. Hey, people, I want to thank you for
And
joining
then in
us.
the last season, he tried to pay priests and Holy Ghost so that he could get a contract because if he leave England, they're going to throw the charge on him right away. As soon
Convert
as
and
yeah,
convert.
because they know he might come back to England.
Yeah, the less said about him, the better, man. We leave it at the football, but if he did that,
Freaking jackass.
yeah.
You get yourself at a big club like that and you don't go and make your name, you're out there doing this. Boy, Anyways,
to you. Big up, Weaver, man. Appreciate you coming on today, bro. You know,
we,
as we get close on to the season, man, we'll get back into our regular shows and all that.
we have
So
to do our predictions.
yes, man. You know it. You know the thing already. But
We
yeah,
have to
man.
do our predictions, man.
Big up to you, bro.
I
Yeah,
trying to get my schedule. I trying to get my schedule really squared away for this season because this season I can't. I have to really pay attention to it.
yeah, man. I got you,
You
man. No
know,
worries, man.
because if I tell you by this, if December and Arteta is not in first place by 7 points ahead, I want him out.
October, the second international break. If you're not there at the top, sack them, sack them. But people, big up. Thank you for tuning in. Like I always say, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.